Good times are here again. The AL East, a two-horse race. The rivalry, not only renewed, but re-energized. Here he comes, and now fisticuffs.
Yeah, I'm looking for new.
Now these teams will have to fight through the dog days. Earn their stripes. Prove the naysayers wrong. It's time to make history at Fenway.
It's time to party!
This Yankees-Red Sox series is presented by Amica, auto, home, and life insurance that always puts you first. And tonight from Fenway, the Red Sox begin a key four-game series with the Yankees as a new calendar month of baseball begins for the Sox, leading the Yankees by 5.5 heading into Game 1. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us at Fenway tonight. I'm Dave O'Brien, delighted to be joined by Jerry Remy and Dennis Eckersley. Garen Austin coming your way in just a couple of moments as well. Well, there are 52 games remaining after tonight. That means the spotlight, Jerry, is intensifying and on injuries as well.
Well, there's been a lot of changes on these two clubs since the last time they met each other. And first, we'll take a look at the New York Yankees, some of the additions they've made. Zach Britton, a very good left-hander who got up to a tough start in New York. Matter of fact, they were booing him in his first outing in Yankee Stadium. Jay Happ, who will not pitch in this series because of an injury. Luke Voigt, who's in there as a DH tonight, and Lance Lynn, who they just picked up. We just saw him with the Minnesota Twins. On the disabled list, big names: Gary Sanchez, Aaron Judge, Jay Happ, all those guys on the DL, and that's critical, I think, for the New York Yankees going into the series. With the Red Sox, of course, you got Nathan Eovaldi and Ian Kinsler coming over. They're in pretty good shape. I guess the big thing is Chris Sale on a disabled list, not pitching in the game tonight, but we expect him to be okay, and we expect him to make his next start.
Yeah, the starting pitching bug, that's certainly an issue as we move in. Chris Sale's supposed to go tonight, unable to because of inflammation in that shoulder.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a bad thing, but as long as it's not anything more than one start. But tonight, the pressure's on the Yankees, without a doubt. You look tonight, CC Sabathia has probably been the toughest pitcher for the Red Sox the last couple of years. But I think Brian Johnson is ready for this task. And you go forward, Severino's not pitching well at all, been getting knocked around. Porcello's in a good spot. Talk about Ceci, you've never really seen him. Eovaldi's pitched well, so that's a good matchup there. And then redemption on Sunday night for David Price against Tanaka, who's throwing the ball good. So I think this is a pretty good matchup, four-game series. But like I said, the pressure's on the Yankees. You know, they can't lose this series. You know, maybe a push, but at the most part, they can't lose this series. They don't want to get 7.5 behind.
5.5 right now. So the Red Sox sending out the left-hander Brian Johnson in game number 1. The rivalry returning here in the month of August. Red Sox looking for those big bats to stay big. Mookie Betts and, of course, J.D. Martinez coming your way. Sox-Yankees, game 1 in just a moment. Official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. By Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Kenyon Grills, the official grill of the Boston Red Sox. Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank.com. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. The Red Sox have not been as high as 6.5 up in the standings. Time now for Built for Baseball, presented by T-Mobile. Sox coming in 5.5 on New York, 4 games here, and the Red Sox after that still have a lot more games left with New York, both there and back here the last 3 games of the season at Fenway. For more on the rivalry, let's get on the field level in Garen Austin.
OB, it's one of the oldest rivalries in sports, but this season it has been renewed and re-energized. With both teams being so close in the standings, there's a certain energy going into the series.
It is what it is, Johnny. We come here and we try to win the series. That's our goal, regardless of the lead or if we were behind. It's the same goal. I've been saying, although we look at the standings and we know where they're at and they know where we're at, come September 1st, we'll know what we have to do. If we have to win X amount of games to win the division, that's what we do. If we have to, win X amount of games to catch him and then to get ahead, we'll know September 1st. There's a lot of baseball left, so we can't get ahead of ourselves.
Obviously, they're a great team, having an amazing year. So we know the challenge of coming, especially into this place against them. So, but that said, yeah, very excited. You want to play against the best, certainly against a team that we're fighting closely for this division and that has the lead right now. So yeah, we do look at this as a great opportunity this weekend to come in here and hopefully get some things done.
This will be the 7th consecutive time that the Red Sox and Yankees face each other when they both hold the 2 highest winning percentages in the majors. Fans were here early, and this place will be like a playoff atmosphere tonight. Brian Johnson is on the mound. Dave O'Brien, Jerry Remy, and Dennis Eckersley have the call. Join us.
Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Your New England Audi dealers, get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. Spartan Race. Use promo code NESSON for 30% off at Spartan.com. Your local New England Ford dealers. And by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Well, the first pitch of Red Sox-Yankees Game 1 about to happen. The left-hander Brian Johnson, 1-3 with a 3.45 ERA. Aaron Hicks in the box. And the first one of the ball game is ball
First
1 and we're
pitch,
underway.
7:10. Game time temperature 87 degrees with winds from the south at 15 miles per hour.
popped up, twisting foul, and it'll be back out of play. Giancarlo Stanton on deck. Starter presented by New England Audi dealers. Johnson making his first career start against the Yankees. And he has posted a 1.98 ERA in his last 16 outings, 12 of those in relief.
This start comes at a good time for Brian Johnson. He's just sort of slipped back into the rotation. He's been pitching well. And that curveball's been a big pitch for him.
Yeah, that's been a real big pitch for him. The curveball and the fastballs are kind of up in the zone, even though he doesn't throw with great velocity.
The 1-2. Yankees without two big bats, Judge and Sanchez, both injured. They played poorly and lost again to the lowly Baltimore Orioles yesterday. Tag foul out of play. Sonny Gray got bombed. They were down 7-1 at one point. You wonder what their record would be if they didn't have to play Baltimore, because they've done damage against New York. That series 6-6.
That's amazing to me that the Yankees 6-6 against the Baltimore Orioles so far this season.
Yeah, especially the current edition of the Orioles, even more so. 2-2. Deep short, down to get it. Brock Colton pops out of the glove, and so Hicks is going to be on to start the ball game. Here's a look at the Yankee lineup now. Hicks just reached. Stanton is next. Gregorius at short. Gleyber Torres at second. And Duhar at third with Bird at first base. Luke Voit is the designated hitter, little known, just acquired from St. Louis, and he's in there tonight. Romine does the catching, and Gardner's in left field and batting ninth. So that's going to be an error on Holt, and a line shot, base hit by Stanton right back up the middle, and the Yankees quickly have their first 2 men aboard.
Boy, absolute bullet that time by Stanton. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are second in the league, 50 errors on the season. Eduardo Nunez at third base, Brock Holt the shortstop, Ian Kinsler at second, and Steve Pearce the first baseman. Left to right, Andrew Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts, and Blake Swihart doing the catching for Johnson.
Well, the Yankees trying to put a run up on the board very quickly. Here comes Gregorius, the shortstop, 269, 18 homers, and 60 runs batted in.
You see Stanton there get on a curveball. You're lucky he keeps that ball in the ballpark. He hit that ball so hard. Just be thankful that Judge and Sanchez are not in this lineup off the left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Stan came into that bat in his career 2 for 2 against Johnson, and he quickly made it 3 for 3 with that line shot.
Well, he wears out left-handed pitching. 357 on the year. I mean, he should wear out left-handed pitching.
Yeah, with 10 home runs.
You see this curveball, he just sort of leaves it right there. It will take your head off.
Yeah, I mentioned this a number of times, Zach. He's one of the few hitters you see with a closed stance now in the game of baseball. Most guys are open. You know, he's got that dead closed stance.
Fly ball right field. Betts taken off. Mookie back, and that ball gets out of here. Gregorius tagging a 3-run homer, and in the blink of an eye, the Yankees are up 3-0. His 19th of the season.
Well, it couldn't start off any worse for Brian Johnson in this game. Curveball bullet up the middle and a high fastball that didn't have a lot of hair on it, and he hits the ball in the bullpen.
Yeah, Gregorius now hits number 19 of the season. He gets that fastball middle in, and that ball was supposed to be away. You can see where Swihart sets up, but look, he leaks inside, and that's exactly where Gregorius likes it. And that quickly, without anybody out, a 3-0 Yankee lead.
Now some of the fans not even in their seats yet.
Well, that's a nightmare from Jump Street.
Torres a 289 hitter, 17 home runs. So the Red Sox quickly in a hole. Inning began with the error charged to Brock Holt.
You know, Brian Johnson does have to be careful with his fastball. You know, no getting around it. Upstairs right there he goes, and that's hit or miss up there with 88.
Struck him out. The umpires are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. Buyatoyota.com. Dan Bellino has the plate. Adam Hamari at first. Phil Cuzzi and Chris Conroy at second and third. We're available as telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Compra2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Now the home run ball is a big part of the Yankee attack. This one popped up in a shallow left. Brock Holt says he has it. And out there to take it for the second out to get Andujar.
I mean, I think they're sitting on his curveball. I mean, because they know that, you know, it's not high octane, his fastball, so he's got to be careful with both. I mean, his club's swinging for the fences. That's what they do.
Now you watch the tapes, and obviously the pitch that sticks out and hit his minds with Brian Johnson is the breaking ball. But you're right, Eck, about the fastball velocity. It's not there where he can really throw it by it, so you can have the ability to look for the breaking ball and still be able to make contact on the fastball. And when you mislocate like he did against Didi Gregorius, he's going to hurt him.
1-0 inside on the elbow. The Yankees are on pace to hit 260 home runs. Major League record is 264 by the 1997 Seattle Mariners. Here's another guy who can do damage that way. Bird with 9 home runs, a shortened season due to injury. But 4 home runs, 17 RBIs in his last 17 games.
I think he tried to elevate on purpose that time, trying to get him to chase a high fastball.
Yankees getting 3 quick runs for Sabathia.
This guy's got a Yankee Stadium swing, doesn't he? Lifts balls. So I'm trying to hook that breaking ball right there.
Johnson trying to put an end to the first inning, and another one into center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. So Bird is aboard, and that means Johnson will have to face at least 7 Yankees in the first inning.
They've come out swinging the bats. There's no question about that. Not waiting around either. They're picking out the first pitch that they see, and they're just taking a hack at it.
Here's Voit, the designated hitter, making his Yankee debut. You see his numbers with the St. Louis Cardinals. He was just acquired 5 days ago from St. Louis for a couple of relief pitchers.
Reminds me of Dante Bichette. Little first look.
Similar build.
Similar.
27 years old. Right hand hitting first baseman.
You got to mix that changeup in too. You see that down and away. He's got to mix that in.
Johnson with a 1-1. Hit the other way pretty hard, but backing up Mookie Betts to make the grab and retire the side. But the Yankees jump out in front real fast, 3-0. Red Sox lineup tonight brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Mookie Betts, he's been skidding as of late, to be followed by Benintendi, Pearce, and Martinez. Ian Kinsler batting out of the 5 spot. Nunez at third. Swihart doing the catching tonight. Brock Holt is at short. Jackie Bradley in center field. Up against the big lefty, CC Sabathia, 6-4, ERA of 3.53. Red Sox are trying to figure him out. He has been deadly against Boston. 6-0 in his last 7 starts against Boston with a 1.83 ERA.
Yeah, 1-0 this year with 1 no decision against Boston.
You know, he's just really like a change of life pitcher, right? He just sort of made the change a couple years ago. Fastball not there, and he just knows how to pitch. A little cutter, slider, paints, a little changeup.
Mookie likes him though. 429 off him. 12 out of 28.
It'll be nice to see the Red Sox get back on the board, get something on the board here in the first inning after the Yankees put up 3.
Heck, you and I had the game against Seattle here where the Red Sox got down big and then fought back right away in the very first inning.
That was the last time we saw Stephen Wright. Think about it.
Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. Always here to get you there. Mookie this season against the Yankees. Very good numbers. Benintendi next. 3-2.
We'll cut fastball 90 miles an hour up and in that time to Betts, and Betts was thinking about it.
Mookie's seeing a lot of pitches away in recent days. That time he came in, he hit it sharply but foul.
He's not going to throw too many cross seamers. I guarantee you that. A little cutter, everything inside will cut. This ball's cutting inside. He can't keep it fair is what happens. He's out in front and yanks that thing.
Tried to go away and he missed with it. So that is ball 4, and Betts is on with his 19 stolen bases.
Let's take a look at the Yankees defense. They are 6th in the American League with 54 errors on the season. Miguel Andujar at third base, Didi Gregorius at shortstop, Gleyber Torres at second, and Barrett at first. Left to right, Brett Gardner, Aaron Hicks, and Giancarlo Stanton. Austin Romine doing the catching for CC Sabathia.
Benintendi 296, 14 homers, 62 driven home. And 4 for 16 lifetime against the lefty. Nearly thrown away. Bird had to lunge for that.
Yeah, Red Sox almost got a gift right there. Nice play by Bird at first base to keep that ball from rolling down the right field line. Not a real big lead that time by Mookie either. Gets back standing up, but that ball almost got by Bird.
Steve Pearce on deck. Mookie holding here. After tonight, only 52 games left. Sox are 4-5 head-to-head against New York. 9 more meetings after this evening. The 1-0. Just on the corner.
That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I got to have that. You know? If you want to be good, you got to have this.
That's a good pitch. I mean, it's down on the outside corner, right at knee high. I mean, you know, no sense in swinging at it. You can't do anything with it.
Perfect pitch. It's a ball.
Here's the 1-1. Last foul. Benintendi has hit safely his last 8 games against New York at .319. Mookie widening the lead a bit at first. Not running, and that loop toward left field. Gardner coming on. He'll make the play. Betts retreating to first base, 1 out.
And Gardner's one of those left fielders here at Fenway Park that does not play very deep at all and takes base hits like that away. That ball left the batter had a chance to maybe drop in, but you look up and you look where Gardner's playing. See how shallow he is? Takes him no time at all to come in and make this play.
Almost a little flare. That would have been pretty.
1 gone for Pearce, getting another start against a left-hander. And against lefties, 8 hits and 16 at bats, including a home run. He's done well against CC as well. There goes Betts, outstanding jump. Here's the throw down, never going to get him with that throw. And Mookie Betts has stolen his 20th.
You know, sometimes Sabathia doesn't give you much to work with because he doesn't have a high leg kick, but this time he does kick that leg up pretty high, and Betts picks the exact right pitch to go on. You see how high the leg comes up that time, and Mookie has no problem stealing second base. Number 21 on the season for Betts.
Here's the 1-1. That one really ate him up inside on the hands.
Well, that is a big pitch for him. That cutter.
That's a pitch he wouldn't even think about early in his career.
No, he just humped right there.
Yeah.
Back when he threw 97. And he's been so good after a Yankee loss the last couple of years too. Popped him up into center field. Hicks has all night to get underneath this. And there are 2 gone. Betts holding at second. Martinez will be next. Well, some clouds are starting to move in.
Yeah.
Groundskeeper came out and talked with the umpires not long ago. Here's a look at the map. The Boston 25 Doppler radar. So some showers all around us.
Well, it's that kind of day, right? Hot, muggy, X kind of day.
JD 323, 32 home runs, tied for the major league lead. Jose Ramirez of the Indians has caught him again. 89 RBI to lead the big leagues. He'll look at a strike.
Boy, he's due off of CC. What, 2 for 13 coming in. You'd think he'd have at least 1 bomb off of him. Maybe this is the time.
Well, I'll tell you what, it just cooled off about 5 degrees in 2 minutes. And here comes the rain. We're about to find out how serious. So JD with that streak of reaching base in home games of 45 in a row as the umbrellas go up around Fenway. And the showers have brought pretty stiff winds too. Really starting to gust. To the shortstop, Gregorius in on it, up and over, and in time to retire the side. Red Sox will strand 1 in the raindrops. You by the all-new Subaru Ascent. Love is now bigger than ever this summer. William Ravis Real Estate, the official realtor of the Red Sox. By Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service, and by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Very dark clouds, but the rain has let up considerably during the commercial break. Underway here in the second inning, 3-0 Yankees. Romine, Gardner, and then Hicks, who started it in the first inning by reaching on an error. And now the pace is picking up again.
Boy, this rain can be so annoying for everyone. The pitcher, you never know when they're going to call it pitch to pitch. It's awful. Baltimore was a nightmare, wasn't it?
Total.
Oh, I mean, ridiculous.
Romine 267, half a dozen home runs. He's done a nice job with Sanchez out. And he's drawn a lot of praise from Aaron Boone and their staff.
I think a lot of people in the New York organization feel that Romine's the better defensive catcher than Sanchez, and pitchers prefer to throw to him.
One guy in particular, CC, threw well to Sanchez of all guys.
Yeah.
But this guy is definitely the defensive guy. He's had a nice year with, offensively. You don't expect much from him.
2-2 sock foul. Selected by the Yankees in the second round in 07. And comes in with a 5-game hitting streak. Gardner on deck. Yankees tonight beginning a 7-game road trip. A wave and a miss. Down he goes on the curveball.
I tell you, that curveball must be so slow that it gets some funny looking swings on swing and misses. It really does.
I mean, it's tight if you think about it. He's had before this, the home run in the first inning, kind of shocking the way he's been pitching. He's thrown the ball well. He really has.
Yeah.
And he's commanded that breaking ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes him good. He knows how to pitch, this kid.
Gardner 249 with 9 home runs. Still pitching in a light rain with Hicks on deck. Hick, good to have you back from the Hall of Fame. I know you spent time during the induction ceremonies there with your fellow Hall of Famers.
Yeah, it was great once again.
Who's at your table?
Oh yeah, I had to pinch myself sometimes. Normally I just hang out with some of the older guys, older guys. This was a very unique table this year. I mean, a lot of Cy Youngs at this table, I mean.
Yourself?
Yeah, I got one. I mean, you're talking about, I had Palmer next to me. He's got about 3.
Yep.
Just do the math. I mean, I had Randy Johnson. There's a good hook. See ya.
There to set him down. Caught him looking for strike 3. 2 up and 2 down.
Yeah, for Johnson to come back and have a good inning right here, turn it around for him because of this curveball. He just drops that thing in, a little dewdrop. He could drop it in anytime he wants.
Yeah, got great rotation on that last breaking ball. It really did. Completely fooled Gardner.
You had Maddox, Glavine, and Smoltz at your table.
Right.
Trevor Hoffman.
Randy Johnson. He's got about 6 of them, right?
This is all at one table.
Yeah.
And the commissioner of baseball.
Yes. There had to be 17 Cy Youngs there.
Wow. Remember that staff, you don't lose a game all year.
No, it's an incredible table. I mean, I sort of took me back a little bit.
Hicks reached on the air in the first inning and came in to score. He was on base when Gregorius hit the 3-run homer into the bullpen. Fly ball, deep right, bats back and looking, and another one gone. That one carried over the bullpen. Hicks with his 18th.
I mean, that is surprising power to right center field.
This guy's not surprising a lot of people. He's got 18 home runs now on the season. And this one comes on the fastball from Brian Johnson. That ball a little bit up in the zone, or just above the belt. And he catches the launch and launches it right out of the Red Sox, over the Red Sox bullpen.
You know, once again, you got to be careful with that high fastball, Jerry. I'm telling you.
Second home run in 2 innings for the Yankees. Rain coming down harder now as Stanton went for the downs. He has 24 of them.
This guy, that swing was ridiculous. He likes the ball away from him with that closed stance.
He's 1 for 1 with a base hit. Last 40 games he's hitting about .340 after a terrible start.
There you go.
3-2.
I know it's raining hard right now, but I don't predict it's going to rain hard for much longer. I can see some brightness in the sky out to the west.
He struck him out, so he winds up with 3 Ks in the inning, but Hicks also tags another home run to make it 4-0. Last 14 games, 404 with 5 doubles, 9 RBI. Toyo Tire is the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. A lot of fans have headed for cover, but the rain has really lightened up to almost nothing. They decided to play through it. Looks like the right call. However, an ugly start here as the Yankees are on top 4-0. Kinsler, Nunez, Swihart against Sabathia. Hicks doing damage, knocking one totally over the bullpen after a 3-run home in the first inning by Gregorius into the pen. So Red Sox trying to claw back, have Kinsler hitting .240 with 13 home runs. He's seen a lot of CC in his career. 39 at bats, .256 with 2 homers.
Well, I'll tell you, this kid is going up in age. What is he, 36 now, right? 36.
Yep.
But he had a nice career. He's got a Fenway stroke, doesn't he? He has that little kind of leans into it, hits a lot of balls. That back shoulder drops a little bit.
Kinsler, a 4-time All-Star. He's been with the Rangers, Tigers, the Angels, And now the Red Sox. Here's the 1-2 from Sabathia. Yankees lost an ugly game yesterday in Baltimore. Sabathia is 12-0 with a 2.72 ERA in 20 regular season starts after a Yankee loss going back to the start of last year. So the Sox are up against that tonight. 2-2.
Had a 4-run lead here. He can sort of go at him a little bit more than he normally would.
Fans making their way back to their seats now.
That's what Kinsler did a couple of days ago when he joined the Red Sox. He shot a couple of line drives to the opposite field, which you don't see that much from him. As Eck was talking about, you know, he kind of a dead pull hitter, although they shade him slightly to the opposite field in the outfield.
The roller foul, long at bat.
Kinsler used to be able to run a lot when he was younger. Who wasn't, but he'd steal 30 bags back in the day.
Yeah, twice the 30-30 man.
Wow.
One of the first things he asked Alex Cora when he got here after the trade was, "Are we running?" And Alex said, "Have you been paying attention?" There's a shot, but foul.
It's that swing you were talking about, Eck.
That's exactly the swing.
Drop the back shoulder and let it rip.
A little spinner, a little cutter up and in, and he's trying to lift this ball out of the ballpark. That is his swing right there.
Yep.
Here's the 9th pitch of the at bat. And they'll go deeper than that. 3-2.
I remember Terry Francona saying that when Kinsler wanted to go to the opposite field, he would move his front foot a little bit closer to home plate to try to get that ball to shoot the other way, but that was not very often.
Eduardo Nunez waiting on deck. Former Yankee. Broken bat, but he's going to get a base hit on that. He drops it into left field. The Red Sox have their first knock tonight against Sabathia.
Yeah, it sounded like a broken bat base hit, but certainly able to get the job done. Once again, this pull swing by Kinsler gets out on that front foot and kind of leaves it there. Tries to keep his weight back as long as possible and drops the base hit into left field for the leadoff single here in the second inning.
10 pitch at bat. He earned it. And it's clearing up.
I told you guys, gotta listen to the weatherman.
You're never wrong about the weather.
I might be if I'm looking at those clouds from behind behind home plate.
Nunez at 259 with 6 home runs. Running like that knee is feeling a lot better here in recent days. He's at third tonight. Red Sox trying to make up some ground against the gigantic lefty. Runner goes on a chopper to third, and Duhar will throw on. And it's going to be close. And got him. And a bang play. The Red Sox may want to take a look at that.
Yeah, they're putting their hand up first. They want to take a look and see if he was safe at first base. Very close play. Let's see it. Nunez.
Yeah,
he's safe.
I think he gets the bag. I think he gets the bag before the throw gets there.
I think you're right. Andujar took a little too long to get the ball across the diamond there, and his foot's in.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it.
This should not take very long.
Should not.
I know the tone of your voice there. Should not.
Should not, but we never know.
Like you said, his knee is feeling better, huh? He's getting down the line.
Yeah. Well, if they overturn this, he's got himself a base hit. Yankees have been sloppy defensively, particularly on the infield last several games. They've just shown it up on the big board. That's the reason for the cheer. Everybody believes what we believe, that this is going to be a base hit.
Andujar stayed back on that ground ball. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. I mean, easy to say after the play is made.
We'll take another look at that play by Andahar at third base and see exactly what he does. Yeah, he was a little indecisive whether to charge that ball or wait for the big hop. He decided to wait for the big hop. And I think I probably would have done the same thing because, boy, it's awful tough playing those in-between hops.
Yeah.
And he probably felt like he had enough steam on the ball to be able to get the Nunez at first base.
But Nunez, he gets out of the box, man. A lot of right-handed hitters do not get out of the box like that.
No, and he takes some punky swings, too, and still is able to get out of the box.
He is safe. So that's been overturned.
All right.
And a win for Alex Cora on the challenge. So it'll be first and second, nobody out for Blake Swihart. Watch Nunez getting out of the box.
I mean, he's off and running. Usually they are leaning back, you know. Not the greatest of swings, but he doesn't care. He's gone.
Yeah, I think the fact that he pulled that ball on the ground helped him get out of that box a little bit quicker than he normally does. And pulled it on the ground.
Now the Red Sox try and take advantage. Swihart, 234 overall with a home run, but an 11-game hitting streak.
Boy, good pitch to hit right there. Little cutter middle.
Kinsler and Nunez aboard, so good speed out there. Nothing at 2. Brock Holt to hit next.
Just can't square up that cutter, you know. Just a little cut. Everybody and their brother throws cutters. Huh?
And even though you know it's coming, it's still hard to get the good part of the bat on the ball. It just gets on your hands. Or you pull it foul.
Thought about it, but he laid off. 1-2. Again, no Xander Bogaerts tonight. Hit on the hand. The day before the day off. Red Sox have lost, at least for right now, their 65 RBI man. Second on the club. He may be available to hit tonight. Down he goes. Took a big swing and he came up empty.
Boy, that is a big hack over a little 90-mile-an-hour cutter. Little up.
Now for CC, that's pretty good velocity right there now at 90. Cross seam fastball that goes upstairs, up and away from Blake Swihart. And you know, a lot of times we've seen Sabathia throw 88, 89 tops in a game. That time he goes to 90 with it and picks up the strikeout. I think it surprised Swihart.
Well, I guess those big cuts don't surprise anybody anymore. MLB.TV is now available at a lower price for $59.99. You can watch every out-of-market game, regular season game live or on demand. Plus, you get a subscription to At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.com to take advantage of this special offer.
Brock Holt 273, but against left-hand pitching, he's hitting almost 350. 1 out and a strike.
91 that time from Sabathia.
A lot of talk about Sabathia, who was thinking about retiring after last season. Even though he had a good year, he went 14-5. Decided to come back again.
He went from $25 million to about 10 or 12, didn't he? Took a hefty pay cut.
He did.
Yeah, I'll take that 10 or 12 and run in the bank with it.
He's scuffling now at that 10 or 12.
Yeah. Still winning games.
38 years old. And a 1-1. Had a notion, but he stayed away.
Left-handed hitters are scuffling against him. $183.
Kinsler at second and Nunez on at first. Yankees ahead 4-0. Brock Holt trying to change that to 2-1. Good count for him. We take a look at our Rocket Mortgage breakdown. Sabathia since June 29 against the Red Sox. 5.48 ERA.
3-1. Got a challenge, doesn't he?
And he walked him. That's going to load the bases for Jackie Bradley Jr.
Well, he did come right after him with the fastball, but the fastball was inside, and the free pass from Brock Holt. He did challenge him. Inside fastball, but too far inside.
Well, Jackie's going to have to make him pay there. That ball's way inside. Not too tough to take. It almost hits you.
Jackie will climb in, a .215 hitter. 8 home runs, but no place to put him. And he'll call Romine out. Jackie with a lot of at-bats. He has 30 at-bats against CC Sabathia, .233 average.
On the next on course with Andy Brickley, Brick hits the links with women's gold medalist Hillary Knight. See who gets to wear the gold medal after this matchup at Stowe Acres Country Club. It's an all-new on course with Andy Brickley, Saturday night at 8 on Nesson.
One down and loaded. Oh, he went for it, man.
Oh.
Well, that slider caught a lot of the play, didn't it?
Yes, certainly did. That was a good pitch to wiggle on right there for Jackie Bradley.
Ball's spinning.
Yeah, just spinning. No dip to it.
Kinsler at third, Nunez at second, Holt at first. Opportunity knocking at the door for the Red Sox against Sabathia. 0-2. Last 16 home games, Jackie batting .385. Can he stay hot here?
Got to throw a breaking ball here. 0-2. Take a shot down and away.
Exactly right. 1-2.
And as a hitter, you can't look for that. I mean, you got to look for the fastball and try to adjust to anything off speed away. Fortunately, it was not close enough to be tempting to swing at.
Mookie Betts on deck.
Oh.
That is in there for strike 3 at 92 miles an hour. So 2 gone.
I don't think there's any argument there, Rick. That was like a pretty good pitch. Fastball right at the bottom of the strike zone.
You know, any thought of a breaking ball there, but you go back to this, how he started him off. You know, high miss with a hanging breaking ball, got away with it, and then high fastball, 0-2 in a heartbeat. Then he tries to go down and away with a breaking ball, not even close, and then he freezes him with a fastball. That's what you call a pair of shoes.
Two away from Mookie Betts, who walked his first time up, and he will take ball 1. Red Sox have hit 9 grand slams. They're all special, but probably the most incredible came off the bat of the man at the plate on a 13 pitch at bat. 2-0.
There we go.
Inside for ball 3.
I green light him right here. I give him the green light. Left-handed Benintendi on deck.
Yep.
Got a chance to tie the ball game. Let him swing if he likes it.
If he's smart, he'd walk him and just go to Benintendi.
.30 pitch, taking all the way in a strike. Right at the top of the zone.
Mookie looking for one thing. fastball middle in that situation if he's got the green light, which I'm sure he had.
I throw him a changeup down and away.
3-1 coming. And inside, he walked him, and that's going to bring in a run. Ball four, Kinsler will score. 57th RBI for Mookie Betts. That's how the Red Sox break through against New York tonight.
I'll tell you what, Eck, I don't know about you, but I thought on that pitch CC was playing with fire.
Yeah, I do too.
Bases loaded, and you got the inside pitch that he likes. It was just a little bit too far inside. You move this ball about a quarter of an inch toward the plate, and you might have a tie ball game.
Oof. And I am surprised that he went after him right there. I thought he'd throw him something soft down and away. If you miss, who cares?
Sabathia thought he had a strike. He's saying, where was it?
And it was inside.
Larry Rothschild out.
Because if not, Betts would have hit it.
Bolino out to break it up. He's already sweat through his top on a humid night. And it was caught in the rain as well. Hot and sticky to get underway, and then the rains cooled it off a little bit.
It's the kind of night where you change your shirt every inning.
So it'll be Benintendi 0 for 1 with a fly to left, first time up. Coming off a cool series against the Phillies, 1 for 9. Temperatures today around the Boston area in the middle 90s. All loaded up with 2 away. That's ball 1. Pitch number 50. 1-1.
Sabathia is not a guy that goes deep into games anymore, but 50 pitches, a lot of pitches up to this point.
And I see quite a few of his games this year, you know, 4 innings, 5 innings.
Well, since the start of last year, no hitter in the majors has more RBIs against the New York Yankees than Andrew Benintendi. He's got 21 of them.
Well, they've had a couple of breaking balls to hit in this inning. That was one right there to Benintendi.
Maybe just a little high, a little too tall.
A little bit high, maybe, but I mean, just flat right over the middle of the plate.
Boy, a long look in, and Benintendi will get a time here from Bolino. CC's walked 3 men in the first couple of innings. Bounced it, kicks away up the line a bit, but no advance by Nunez at third.
Nice play by Romine behind the plate, saved the run.
I mean, that is a huge block. Think about this. This is impossible. This ball comes up. He doesn't know which way it's going to go. It comes back the other way.
Yeah,
smothers it.
Generally, the breaking ball will come back just a little bit toward the catcher, and he's able to do a great job blocking that ball. Doesn't roll far enough up the first base line to get that run home.
Blocked again on ball 3.
Trying to get him to chase that breaking ball down and away.
It's just not tempting enough.
Well, the string is out. Bases loaded. 2 down, 3-2. Runners go. High fly ball left field, racing back Gardner. He's on the warning track, and he'll make the play. The Red Sox will have to settle for the 1 run. 4-1 New York. New England Chevy dealers and a Chevy Silverado.
Now the big blast back in the first inning, an inside fastball to Didi Gregorius, and he takes it out of the ballpark for a 3-run home run. His 19th home run of the season, his 6 RBI, 61, 62, and 63.
First ever allowed by Johnson by a lefty. Aaron Hicks has added another one. Another home run in the second inning, and it is 4-1 New York. Red Sox had an opportunity to grab some more runs. Benintendi got under his fly ball, and Gardner ran it down on the warning track. Red Sox left them loaded. 19 home runs for Gregorius.
Well, he started off like crazy, didn't he? He hit like 10 home runs in April out of the gate. Slowed down a lot.
Crack foul, 0-2.
Always has decent swings off left-handed pitchers.
Yeah, he doesn't give. You know, that front shoulder doesn't give on him at all. He hangs in there very, very well against lefties.
Little lob shot off third. Nunez giving chase, but can't reach it as it skips off into the stands.
You know, even on a pitch like that, you know, a breaking ball away, not a bad pitch, but he's still able to make some kind of contact to just to avoid the strikeout. That ball's away from him. It might be strike 3.
They do appeal, and third base ump Conroy says no swing. Gregorius acquired by the Yankees from Arizona in 2014. To replace Derek Jeter, and he's done excellent work at that.
You know what struck me when they made that deal? I've been watching Jeter for years, you know, and especially on the decline of his career. And Gregorius comes in, and he was covering an awful lot of ground at shortstop. And you could see the difference immediately, you know, how much better defensively he was.
You know, and then there's the power aspect for him. Certainly the ballpark helps him in the Bronx, but For a wiry guy, he can hit the ball a long way. Here's the 2-2.
Oh,
Rip foul.
I mean, here's a guy that surprised me. I didn't think that, he started in Cincinnati, went to Arizona. I didn't think much of him. You just don't know. And
yeah, didn't hear a lot about him, And then all of a sudden he comes here, and to me, I said, the first couple of times I said, this guy's a good player.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah.
He's only made 4 errors.
I mean, I always loved him the way he played defense, but I didn't know he had the pop.
2-2 from Johnson. And he will sit him down. You can't believe it, but a strikeout victim, 1 gone.
I know, Eck, you got to have that one.
I tell you, that's the way it goes. I mean, turnabout fair play, a little pair of shoes for Gregorius, huh? 3-2 fastball down. I don't know.
That looked way down,
Yeah,
but when you see it on the Amica pitch zone, it looks like it did get a portion of the plate.
He went down there and snatched it down low like that, but
and Boone not real happy with that call. Let's go. Let's get into the game. Let's go. We're playing a baseball game out here.
That's a big pitch, lead off walk.
Yankee dugout's been pretty fired up the last couple of days, haven't they? Yesterday in a loss where they made a number of mental mistakes, mental lapses, and Phil Nevin, one of their coaches, wasn't blasting any one guy in particular. He was kind of screaming at everybody when they lost in Baltimore.
Well, the problem was Sonny Gray got his lunch to begin with. That didn't help things.
Yeah.
Gave up 5 in the second, I think. Ended up giving up 7 runs to really a AAA lineup.
He has had a bad year. Torres 0 for 1. He whiffed in the first inning.
Sonny's having a hard time pitching in Yankee Stadium. That's the problem.
Yeah, change of scenery may do him some good. He was pretty darn good at Oakland.
Yes, he was.
Ball 4. First walk tonight for Johnson. Shop Jordan's Furniture now. Save twice the sales tax on anything you buy. Get up to 60 months no interest with equal payments and no minimum. See Jordans.com for details.
How about sitting on that like for 4 days?
Oh, and they're talking about taking him out of the rotation, putting in Lance Lynn.
He may have to sit on that a lot longer. And Duhar 0 for 1. He's popped to short. He hit 12 home runs before the All-Star break. He'll line that one, caught by Holt. 2 away. Back to first base, Torres.
That ball hit so hot it knocked Brock Holt back a couple of steps. Congratulations. Hopefully it's a long one.
Big time Sox fans, obviously.
Somebody's going to lose half.
Remember Monefusco? Remember him?
Yeah, the count.
What did you say? What did you say? Or someoone's going to lose half?
Hopefully it's going to be a long one and they're going to lose half.
Oh, the romantic in Jerry. Yeah. Cut out a miss by Bird, who singled in the first inning.
Drops a good luck on him.
Torres back. 4-1. The Yankees have the lead here. We've had some rain tonight. Though the umpires elected to play through it. Been dry since the 0-1. He's bunting in a foul ball.
Not a bad idea.
Seen a lot of guys try to do that recently, but they've bunted the ball either back to the pitcher or foul. They're having a tough time getting it down that third base line where there's just hit after hit after hit.
Can you imagine if somebody plays you there, Jerry?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. You'd hit 400.
Yeah, I'd be hitting 400. I'd lead the league in singles.
0-2 ate him up. Strike 3 on the slider. He got him. 2 Ks in the inning for Johnson. Ravis Real Estate. Sox 4-2, but only hitting 234 runs. Very tough to come by. Pitching's been excellent. Although tonight, 4 quick runs for New York on 4 hits and 2 home runs. Sabathia has walked 3 men, including Mookie Betts with the bases loaded to get in the only Red Sox run so far. Second time through now for Pearce, JD Martinez, and Ian Kinsler. Muggy night, so watching that pitch count with Big CC on the mound. 3-man overshift on the left side. And a strike. Steve Pearce, since he joined the Red Sox, hitting .333. We mentioned that he's played for everybody in the division, including the Yankees. He played a dozen games for them in 2012. He's got 2 lifetime home runs against Sabathia. And a 1-2. Shot high and deep left field. That is into the monster seats for a home run. That got out quick. Now it's a 2-run game.
Yeah, he thought he fooled him the pitch before, got him way out front, but this one, he had something waiting for him.
You know, sometimes when you look bad on a pitch, you might want to look for it again, because you may get it again. And he did. And that time he just absolutely crushed it out of the ballpark. So the Red Sox that quickly back in the ball game.
And Speedway will donate $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox homer through the end of August. Use your Speedy Rewards card when you purchase 3 cooler beverages and receive 1,000 bonus points.
It's funny, Eck and I were talking about that previous to the game, how Manny Ramirez used to set up pitches. And I'm not sure Pearce was doing that in this situation, but Manny looked awful on a breaking ball, and he'd do it on purpose. So he'd get another one. And then was he ever ready for the second one?
Oh, totally.
That came back to back. I mean, he did hit it a mile.
JD Martinez 0 for 1. He is grounded to short.
Take a look at the 2 pitches that he saw in that particular bat. He gets a breaking ball, just dribbles it off, fouls it off. Then he comes back with another one, and this one stays up in the zone just a little bit. Pitch 3 and 4, a little bit higher, and out it goes.
3-0. Take it all the way. Been a lot of deep counts.
Yeah, he's trying to pick is what he's trying to do.
Good count, 3-1. Did not swing it there, and in there for a called strike, 3-2.
With that cutter on the 3-1 count.
JD number 2 in the majors in slugging percentage, trailing only Mookie Betts.
He's not going to feature that backdoor off-speed pitch. Something's going to be cutting.
Payoff pitch. And he walked him. Another walk. That's 4 of them. So he's on. And once again, so that's a 46-game on-base streak at Fenway, the longest here since a 64-game streak by Wade Boggs from July of '87 until June of '88. Ends up being Kinsler, who singled and scored a run in the second. His second Red Sox hit. Son of a former prison warden. Dad was his coach most of his youth baseball. High fly into right field. Over near the line is Stanton. Backing up a bit. He's got it. Kinsler going after the first pitch, flies away.
Yeah, Thursday, August 23rd is Wally and Tessie Headphones Day at Fenway Park. All kids 14 and under in attendance will receive a set of Wally and Tessie headphones courtesy of Gulf. For tickets and more info, redsox.com/promo.
Jonathan Holder already up in their bullpen, mindful of all those walks and all those pitches. That'll send up Eduardo Nunez. An infield single his first time out. Here goes the runner. Here's the throw down. It's not going to get him. He's in there safely. J.D. Martinez surprising the Yankees.
Well, they got something on Sabathia because they're not hesitating at all when he's going to home plate. They're getting very, very good jumps at first base. So they've picked up something in the movement to home plate by CC Sabathia. Watch this jump. I mean, he's off immediately.
I think Sabathia is just going to sleep on the mound, not thinking that JD's going to be running.
Yeah, well, that's how JD gets a lot of his stolen bases. But the Red Sox have been running since this game started, and my gut tells me through some video work that they've picked something up on Sabathia.
Mookie Betts with a theft in the first inning, and now Martinez his fourth of the year. 1-1 on Nunez. Swihart on deck.
I mean, they can't get CC out of here fast enough, I think.
One out in the third inning, almost 70 pitches fouled away. Well, he walked the first man he faced tonight, Mookie Betts.
I'm giving him the hook at the end of this inning if he makes it.
Nunez trying to put a hurt on his old mates. One out.
Red Sox fouling off a lot of pitches. A lot of those cut fastballs being fouled off by Red Sox hitters.
Sabathia actually the first pitcher on either side of this rivalry to win 6 consecutive decisions since Ron Guidry in the late 70s.
Don't even bring up the name.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Louisiana Lightning, you both know him very well. 1-2 to the shortstop. Gregorius going to shovel into second base, and that's a mistake by Martinez as he is cut down. He ranged too far and could not get back.
Yeah, not a good base running play at all by Martinez. You know, the ball on that side, you got to make sure it goes through. And I mean, this is right at Gregorius, and he knows he's a dead duck right there. Gregorius with the underhand flip to get him at second base, but that takes a man out of scoring position. Just not a good base running play.
Yeah, sometimes you think he just stole the bag. He thinks he's Johnny Wheels and not ready to go. I mean, that's a mistake. He knows it.
So 2 away. Nunez becomes the runner at first, but a man erased from second. Swihart whiffed in the second inning. About an 11-game hitting streak, and he will take a ball. Sitting .406 during the life of his hitting streak. And of course had a walk-off in the 13th inning on Monday with that double to the warning track.
Oh,
up the middle. That slams right into Sabathia. He scurries to get it, and he launches the throw. Nunez down to third and takes a big turn. He'll stop there to second base. Is Swihart. Man, he shot put that thing.
That ball drilled him big time. I don't know if it was wet or what, but you know, you got to hurry up now. There's some urgency after this ball drills him.
Yeah, it gets him good right up the side of the body. Unfortunately, he went the same way, but then when he picked up the baseball, he just threw a changeup to first base way over the head of the first baseman. And you're right, with the rain, the infield might have been wet. When he picked it up, he picked up a wet baseball because that thing not even close.
he put his whole hand around the ball.
It was almost like a change, a palm ball.
So an E1 as runners at second and third for Brock Holt. And a base hit could tie up this ball game.
He wouldn't even be in this game if there was a right-hander up right now. I guarantee you that.
Brock Holt took a walk in the second inning. 2 gone, but 2 in scoring position. And that's ball 1. This has been a labor for the lefty, Sabathia. Nunez at third, Swihart at second. He'll take another ball. 2-0.
Holtz had a very good eye tonight against CC Sabathia. Walked back in the first at bat, taking some close pitches.
He's had a real nice year against lefties.
Huh.
2-1.
Not one you want to swing at anyway when the count's in your favor. 2 balls, no strikes. You're better off taking it. If it's called a strike, so be it.
High fly ball into right, but a routine play for Stanton. And he'll make the catch. So the Red Sox get the 1 on a home run by Steve Pearce, his 6th season. And that makes it a 4-2 game. Sam Adams, Red Sox starters coming into this one with a 1.55 ERA the last 13 games. According to Elias, that's the club's lowest starting pitcher ERA over any 13-game span since 1976. The pitching had been tremendous.
They've been quietly done that.
Brian Johnson gave up 3 quick runs in the first inning. A 3-run homer by Gregorius and another home run by Hicks in the second inning. He pitched around a walk in the third. Meanwhile, the Yankee bullpen is quiet. Everybody is sat down. Even though Sabathia has had a walk on the wild side tonight, had to work extra hard for his outs.
To me, this is the biggest game they got going right now. And That's their strength, is right out there.
Luke Voigt 0 for 1. Brand new Yankee, just acquired from the Cardinals.
Here's where the Red Sox have to shut him down for a couple of innings. They really do. They've got back in the game 4-2, and they got to put some zeros up on the board for the Yankees.
Been a little frustrating for the Red Sox. They've already left 6 men on base. Well, they do have a home run off the bat of Steve Pearce moments ago. Here's the 3-1. Popped him up. Playable. Coming in Pearce along with Kinsler. He would like to take it. One gone. Time now for our social stretch presented by Ram. Casey, you're talking about the Jimmy Fund getting very close.
Of course, it is close. The inspirational girls and boys over at the Jimmy Fund, they had an extra special visitor today. Jimmy Fund captain and Sox player Brock Holt stopped by to spend some quality time with the kiddos. We are gearing up, as you mentioned, OB, for this year's NESN and WEI Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. That's set for August 21st and 22nd. My favorite time of the year. That's your Ram Social Drive.
Casey, thank you very much. Brock Holt, the man who can brighten up any room. That always does. Great sense of humor. Romine 0 for 1. And line that one down into the corner. Sailing. It is a fair ball. That's going to bounce around. Benintendi has to dig it out. Romine into second base and in there with a stand-up double. He snuck it in.
Yeah, you wonder how he kept that ball fair.
Yeah, he really got down low to get this ball and hook it down that line and keep it fair territory. A lot of those balls go foul down there as they hook off the bat, but this one just stays in fair territory, bounces up against the wall, and by the time Benny gets over to dig it out, he's looking right there. Is it fair or foul? Is it fair or foul?
He just didn't hook it. He'd think he'd know if anybody.
Yeah. You get that feeling when you make contact, whether it's going to stay fair or, or go into foul territory. I think he thought it was going to go foul.
Brings up Brett Gardner. He struck out looking in the second inning. Gardner, the longest tenured player on the Yankees. Selected in the third round of the 05 draft.
Well, you look out to the Yankee bullpen, and there is some action out there right now.
I was going to say, I mean, come on.
Holder up for the second time now.
I was going to put the ranch on the fact that CC was coming out of the game, and then
that drops in for a strike. Game 2 tomorrow evening at 7:10. Rick Porcello against Luis Severino. Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Evaldi against Sessa. And then Sunday night 8:05. Price against Tanaka. And the Red Sox hit the road for a lengthy trip. Two. And got him. Caught him looking.
Oh, thank you very much.
2 gone. Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, and life insurance.
you said it, Jerry. Thank you very much. A little slider, a little extra couple inches on the outside corner, but he'll take it. Strikeout number 7 on the evening.
Yeah, if you can make a pitch like that, the hitter can just forget about it because there's nothing you can do about it.
Johnson's career high is 8. As Eck mentioned, 7. When you got a guy like that with a little something extra, did you say that under your breath? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I thought everything was a strike. I didn't think I was getting any gifts. I thought I was always getting things taken away.
It's amazing some of the pitches you tend to argue on, and you find out later that you're completely wrong. You just, you're in that frame of mind where you're just so upset, and you get pitches that, they got this much of home plate.
Yeah.
And they ring you up, and you're in their grill.
You know something? I complained so much on pitches that were balls.
I did too.
And I made a fool out of myself.
Yeah.
They should have done, I wanted everything.
And do you have time, Jerry, when you go up to the umpire the next day and go, hey, you know, I really apologize?
No, I didn't talk to him very much. No, I never apologized to him. No. Once they were on my bad side, they were on my bad side, and I was always on their bad side.
You guys are both a little competitive.
Yes, I mean, when you come off the field, I should have been smart enough to know you got to say, yeah, I missed that one there, or, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't do that.
I know.
I couldn't do it.
You still can't, either one of you. 3-1 on Hicks, who's blasted a home run. He's also reached on an error. Scored a couple of runs. He's going to reach again on ball 4. That is 81 pitches for the lefty.
Saturday on Dining Playbook, Billy and Jenny teeing off at Granite Lakes Golf Club. That's a golf club, yeah. Plus, they learn how to make a classic old-fashioned at Smith and the Walensky's. Catch it all on Dining Playbook Saturday morning at 9. It's driven by a New England Chevy dealers. Best one I had, Eck, was I was in the middle of a contract negotiation with the Red Sox, you know, whether I was going to stay here or become a free agent and this and that. And we had a bad day of negotiating, really bad day. I had a pitch thrown right down the middle of the plate. I snapped. You know, how can I be a strike, this and that? I ended up taking my gloves off, throwing them in the stands. I was throwing stuff all around. I was throwing my helmet around. I was throwing, you know, and I knew the ball was a strike, but I had to release some tension from the bad negotiations that day.
Did you apologize?
No.
Okay.
No. I have a hard time with that.
I know, so do I.
Here's Stan, the base hit and a strikeout, 1 for 2. More trouble here for Johnson. First and second. 2 gone.
Careful.
He's gone to 2-0. Gregorius next.
What do you feature 2-0 right here? I'm thinking. I mean, he likes the ball out of the plate. I mean, oh my goodness. Careful.
Just don't hang it.
Ooh. You're right. Good pitch. Don't hang it. Don't throw a strike.
Yeah, this really,
I mean, this
is a huge at bat, because this could be a put away at bat. I know it's early.
See, he's so anxious, man. He is so anxious.
You really fooled him with that hook.
2-0 back-to-back hooks, both of them down in the dirt.
And he was not expecting that one at all. Not with that swing.
Would you triple up?
I think I'd stay with that one more time. What are you going to do? Slip some cheese in there? Seriously. If you go in, you better get it inside. I'd throw a curveball down and away in the dirt again.
Romine and Hicks aboard with 2 gone.
I wonder what he's thinking there. He's not sure he wanted to throw that ball. That's why he stepped off. I wonder. That second thoughts. What are you going to do?
Did go back to that. Blocked up the line a bit.
And now the scary thing is Stanton saying 3 in a row of those. Now what do you do on the 3-2 count?
You don't throw a strike with that breaking ball.
No, you know he's going to be all over it if you do.
Are you going to slip that high gas in there?
But he's going to be looking for it, I'm sure.
He hasn't got enough hump to get it by him.
Yeah.
You got to be way out of the zone. You can't throw him a strike.
Runners take off, and he's in there. 91 to get him. He caught him looking. He struck him out for the second time.
He slipped the cheese in.
Awaken 180 weight loss.
Oh, he did. He went to the fastball, fakes us all out. Ball might have been up, but he got the call. 8 strikeouts on the night. That was a huge pitch to Stanton.
Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of the Red Sox. He debated whether it was inside. Johnson, as we give you a look at his pitching line, brought to you by Ace Ticket. 4 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned. He struck out 8 when he got Stanton there.
4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 home run.
77, 45 strikes, 7-7, 4-5.
Jackie Bradley struck out looking in the second inning. New pitcher is Jonathan Holder. Sabathia only goes 3 innings. And he was kind of all over the place. He walked 4 men, a lot of deep counts, as Jerry mentioned, a ton of foul balls.
Yeah, a lot of foul balls off him, and that pitch count rose very, very quickly for him tonight.
Holder has been one of their best relievers for months, actually. A 0.88 ERA since he was recalled on April 21. He's just fallen behind 3-0 on Jackie Bradley. Mookie Betts on deck.
Not a guy you thought of, Holder, during the season, talking about their bullpen. He's the last guy you thought about, but he's had a nice year for them. He's went multiple innings.
3-1 coming. And he walked him. The little walk fest continues. And Jackie Bradley on to lead off the inning.
Hit the Boston Common for the 5th annual Out of the Park event on Sunday, August 12th. This event is completely free. Come and watch the Sox take on the Orioles on the big screen. It's presented by the Highland Street Foundation, the City of Boston, LL Bean, and the Red Sox. For more information, visit redsox.com/out-of-the-park.
Mookie's had very little to swing at tonight. He's walked twice, stolen a base. He does have an RBI by taking a walk with the bases loaded against Sabathia. Jackie 11 for 11 stealing bases.
I'm just thinking there'll probably be more people watching on the big screen than there will be down in Baltimore.
Yeah, in the ballpark. The Orioles have lost as many games as the Red Sox have won, 75. Though they give the Yankees fits. Adam Jones staying put, though. Looked like there was a deal worked out for him to go to the Phillies. He said no. There's a shot. High fly ball left field. Gardner back all the way to the monster. He's going to play it off the green. Bradley had to wait. He will romp into third and stop there. And Mookie Betts has a double. And the Sox are in business.
That was a high double right there. A Fenway double by Mookie Betts. Not quite enough to get it out of the ballpark, but one of those real high fly balls that's going to hit that wall at almost near the top of it.
Yeah, this isn't Yankee Stadium. That would have been a can of corn routine in Yankee Stadium. Meanwhile, double off the wall, second and third.
And nobody out.
The ball got by Gardner, but it was going to be second and third regardless. It was backed up, as you can see, by Hicks, the center fielder.
Benintendi batting .296 coming in, but .360 with runners in scoring position. He has flied out twice tonight. Bradley and Betts aboard. They are shoehorned into Fenway Park tonight. A strike. 0-2.
Yeah, you think about Benintendi probably trying to pull the ball. The ground ball's an RBI. They're giving him the run and try to get the runner over. Meanwhile, he's 0-2.
Yeah, that was last pitch was not a good pitch to pull at all. Fastball away. Now you're on your own. 2 strikes. Do what you can do.
Wouldn't chase it. Change up away. Pearce on deck. Steve Pearce has ripped the home run tonight up into the monster seats. Virtually no wind at the moment. After the rains have come and gone, the 1-2.
That's good swing there by Benny.
That had wall written all over it, that swing. Wasn't quite out in front of it right there, but he was on it. And if he makes contact with that, that's going the other way. And maybe to the left field wall.
Comebacker. Bradley caught. Now he's racing home to throw the tag. He's safe. He got in there. He scored. Back to first base, Benintendi. How did he get in there?
How in the world did Jackie Bradley end up safe on this play?
Wow. That is so athletic, that play right there. I mean, that is. The Jackie's done this before, play at the plate. You see this, the third baseman, Andujar, doesn't get rid of it right away. Bad angle, kind of just, you know, and he went to the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, he's trying to throw around Jackie. He goes up the first base side, and Jackie gets around with the hand on the on home plate.
He's a dead duck right here.
Well, he's out by 7 feet.
Highway robbery to score that run.
He makes an incredible slide right there. That, you know, the whole key was that Andujar did not want to hit him in the back. And he had to throw that ball up the first base side, and that gave Bradley at least an opportunity to get the hand in.
First and third, Pearce the batter. Red Sox within 1.
I'll tell you, man, I am all now. I'm all in on these head first slides. I'm all in. I mean, that was taught. That was not even taught when we were playing. But I've seen so many guys become safe with that play. It's unbelievable.
Well, Jackie last year hurt his thumb late in the season. Remember, play at the plate, something like that.
That's astonishing that he could score on that. He should have been a dead duck. That'll be off the outside.
Yeah, he had a bad angle there, Andujar, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, he did, because he's got Bradley running down the line, so he doesn't want to hit him in the back.
You know, as a pitcher, you almost should have ran to the hitter, to the runner.
Run him back to third base.
Yes.
Diving back in, Benintendi.
Not that we care what a Yankee pitcher does, but that's probably, on second thought, what he should have done.
See if Benintendi keeps pressure on by stealing second base. Red Sox have been running in this game. A lot of that was off Sabathia.
There he goes. Here's the throw. He stole him blind. Betts holding it third.
Let me tell you something. When the guy, he was frozen on the mound. He couldn't get his foot off the rubber.
He absolutely did not know what to do.
He was looking. He was so concerned, and everybody's yelling at him. He can't. He gets off, and then it's just too late.
Well, you see his catcher. His catcher's telling him to throw to first base. And he looked toward first base, and by then it was way too late to get Benintendi at second base. I just had a feeling he was going to run on that to keep the pressure on the Yankees.
Another stolen base for Benintendi. So 2 men in scoring position. Red Sox speed is driving the Yankees crazy in this inning.
Well, it just totally confused him. And if we see it again, you're going to see him hold the baseball. The catcher is going to point toward first base or the runner. And the pitcher had no idea what to do with the baseball.
Well, he was so concerned about the guy at third base right in front of his face.
Well, that's Mookie Betts. That makes a lot of sense. But he was in a state of shock. It's a high fly ball left field deep. Way back. It is gone. comeback. Pearce with his second of the ball game. Totally out of Fenway.
And his second on a breaking ball. He got a breaking ball from Sabathia. He gets a spinner right there on the inside part of the plate from Holder.
Boy, this Red Sox team, I tell you, just you talk about Pearce, what he did right there. Holder was in shock after the stolen base. Then he throws a cutter, hanger, 3-run Johnson. See ya.
6-4 Sox. Wow. Pearce paying off. 6th time in his career he's in a multi-home run game.
Boy, he's got to be feeling it right now, huh?
But before that, the Red Sox on the bases had New York dizzy.
Oh, totally.
That's part of the game, Dave. You know, when you get a defense back on its heels, you've got to continue to take advantage of that, because you get messed up out there. You don't know, you're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking straight. And it was obvious, it was very obvious there that they were not thinking straight. The Jackie Bradley slide at home plate.
Line shot into the alley. There's nobody out there. Out of the warning track by Martinez. To second base. A walk-in double.
Yeah, Holder's making some mistakes now. This has been an awful inning for him. A leadoff walk, and then here comes the Gates.
And here comes Larry Rothschild.
That's a slider too, and not a bad pitch.
No.
I mean, that pitch is down and away, and he's able to cover the zone and drive that ball onto the 379. I mean, that's not a terrible pitch.
No, that's what the shocking part of being a pitcher. It's just all the floodgates open. You throw a hanger, then you throw a good one, and everybody's whacking you around.
Well, and all this started with ball 4 to Jackie Bradley, who made one of the great base running decisions of the season. Chad Green getting active in the bullpen for New York now. And it's turned into one of the most thrilling innings of the season for the Red Sox.
All kind of stuff going on.
Oh, man, I tell you.
Try to recap that inning after the game.
Yeah. With pleasure, though. Well, we'll see if the Red Sox can continue to add on. There's nobody out. Kinsler is singled and flied out. He has both feet into the rivalry. With J.D. Martinez at second. 4 runs home. Loop to right. That's going to dunk down for a base hit. Martinez to third base. Fabulous is going to wave him in. Stan throwing. Not a good one. Another run home. 7-4 Boston.
I'll tell you what. To me, in my opinion, that's 2 very good pitches that were hit. The one by Martinez, and that was a good pitch, I thought, from Holder right there. A breaking ball away from Kinsler. That's just better hitting.
Oh, totally. That's when you have to just, I'll tell you, as a pitcher, you just can't make a better pitch.
No.
Both of them are identical.
Yeah, right down at the bottom of the strike zone, a little bit away, and he just takes to the opposite field to drive it a run.
I mean, this Red Sox team offensively, they were due to break it open. They really were. Last 2 nights against Philly, they couldn't get anything done with Nola and Arrieta.
And fell behind 4-0 tonight to a guy who has been so tough on the Red Sox. But the Sox had a great game plan. They worked Sabathia. They worked him. He walked a lot of guys. He threw a ton of pitches. Got him out of the game after 3. Got to the bullpen, and then it's been off to the races.
And I wouldn't be surprised he's in the clubhouse saying, I should still be in there.
Probably.
And the Sox running wild. 3 stolen bases, and then, you know, what Jackie Bradley did is not a stolen base, but he stole a run.
He stole a run. He certainly did. He set up the rest of the inning.
Nunez 1 for 2, an infield single. You know, Kinsler is dying to join the running party.
They got, what, 3 stolen bases already. Jackie seemed like a stolen base of home, didn't it, at that play?
Sure did. Feels like it. All right, Red Sox turning the ball game on its ear. Runner goes. Here's the throw. He dives in. He's safe.
I love this style. I mean, I really do. I can't help myself, but when you got a team back on its heels and you're doing damage, you do everything in your power to keep them back on their heels, and that's exactly what the Red Sox are doing in this inning.
Well, they've got nothing to lose.
You have absolutely nothing to lose. You don't have an out in the inning. Everything's gone your way.
Wow.
You're sending guys all over the place.
Nunez looking to bunt and fouls it away. The look on the face of Romine when he took his mask, didn't it say it all?
It did.
It was like, oh man, it's only the 4th inning.
And there's nobody out.
It's a great shot. So Kinsler at second as Nunez looks to pick him up. Red Sox completely erasing a 4-0 deficit. That one down the line. Gardner with a long run. He's not going to get it. It's onto the track. Another run is in. Kinsler will score standing up, a double for Nunez, and the Sox lead it 8-4.
Well, this time Holder says, I think I'll throw a slider this time, take a little off of it. Meanwhile, double down the line. This kid, I'll tell you, probably hasn't been in the big leagues that long. This is the ugliest inning he probably ever has had, and there's nobody out.
And I'll tell you, how about some of the swings that Nunez takes? I mean, it amazes me on some of the contact on the pitches he makes on certain pitches. It just amazes me.
Holder is gone. Green coming in. He will be the 3rd pitcher already for the New York Yankees tonight at Fenway Park.
Yeah, Holder won't forget this one. This is an
ugly one.
Yes.
For him, but the Red Sox lead at 8-4. Let's toss it down to Guerin.
Thanks, OB. Well, as you guys have mentioned, 3 stolen bases already, and then Jackie scoring on that play. Earlier, make that 4. Now, earlier, Alex Cora talked about this team's running game.
It's a team effort. Steve and JT, they do an outstanding job breaking down the opposition. Goody, obviously, that was part of his game throughout his career. His help out, and Ron Renicky is probably one of the best at picking up stuff from the pitchers and tendencies. He comes from an organization that they put pressure on the opposition, the Angels. Well, from the Dodgers to the Angels, but he coached with Mike Scioscia, and everything we heard when they were playing well and winning the West and winning the World Series, is how aggressive they were, how good of a base running team was, and that's one of the reasons he's here with me. I learned from this guy in 1997, picking up stuff and paying attention to details, and that's something I mentioned that day one when we met in that big room over there, that we were going to pay attention to detail and we're going to be able to steal a few games because of that. And I think our group is pretty good. Ramon, Carlos, they do an outstanding job on a daily basis to prepare for that day.
Renicky, of course, a former manager, and there's a great deal of respect in the Red Sox clubhouse for him.
Well, you know, the Red Sox always seem to run at the right time. Now, often they get criticized for being over-aggressive. I much prefer to have that than have a station-to-station ball club. I really would. And their ability to, as Cora was just saying, pick up tendencies on pitches, you know, and when to go is uncanny of the way they've been able to do it. We've had guys run on this team that you didn't expect to run at all.
But you look at the lineup, looking at it, there's probably 6 guys in this lineup that can run. And I'm not counting Martinez, who stole the bag.
Yeah, his 4th of the season. You would count Blake Swihart, the man at the play. Certainly Jackie Bradley.
Right. It goes on. There's about 6 of them.
4 stolen bases tonight. Red Sox lead the majors in success rate of stolen bases. They're up around 84%.
You know, and being been around the Red Sox many years, all of us, me and you, Jackie, me and you, Jerry, we haven't seen this kind of running.
No, this is totally different, and the percentage is incredible.
It goes back to the word I think you used, Jerry, and that's pressure. Applying pressure.
Applying pressure, yes. I tell you, there's nothing more uncomfortable than being a defensive player when they just keep coming at you. You lose focus of what your job really is, and you don't know what to expect next.
So far, this is a 6-run 4th inning. As Swihart will go down hacking. And that becomes the first out in the inning. Isn't that amazing? It is 8 batters in, and will send up Brock Holt, who has walked and flied to right. Runner at second, Nunez, after his RBI double. Mookie Betts has doubled in the inning. Steve Pearce has belted 2 home runs. Another in this inning, a 3-run shot. JD Martinez has doubled, and Nunez with the 2-bagger. Lots of extra base hits. And 6 runs in the frame. Green 5-2 with a 268 earned run average. Now, Cessa was supposed to be pitching in a starting capacity on Saturday with Happ out, but that was going to come down to whether he got into this game.
Yeah. And the way things are going, it looks like he probably will.
Yeah, they don't want to waste all their main guys. They have changed lanes in a hurry.
1 out, 1 on for Brock Holt.
Good changeup right there.
Jackie Bradley, the man who lit the fuse on this comeback, is on deck. One of the most exciting plays of the year for the Red Sox, a base running play, the 1-2 into right field. Stanton will make the catch. Back to second, Nunez, and 2 gone. And JBJ, who has struck out, walked, and scored a gigantic run.
Tomorrow at 5:30, don't miss Friday Night Fenway, presented by Budweiser. TC will have an exclusive interview with Alex Cora. Budweiser, legendary lager for legendary moments.
So Bradley batting for the 2nd time here in the 4th. With the Red Sox leading by 4. And he tags that one deep to left center, off the wall, played back to Hicks. Another run scores. Nunez in. Bradley having a tremendous inning. RBI double to make it 9-4.
Well, he gets up and does it the real way. The next time up, 97-mile-an-hour fastball, doesn't try to crank it, just stays on it.
You mentioned it, crank it, and you know that's exactly what he has not been doing a lot recently. He's been using the opposite field, center field, left field, and it's paying dividends for him. And that's a ball like he could have rolled over and hit the second base. Instead, no, he has that little inside-out swing. He knows he has the strength and ability to hit that left field wall, and that's exactly what he does with it. Quite an inning for Bradley.
Drives in his 41st run, and that'll send up Mookie Betts, who has not been retired tonight. Mookie has drawn a couple of walks, one with the bases loaded. He's also doubled and scored in this inning.
A lot of clinics going on in this inning, huh? Hitting, running.
Yeah, it's been a speed clinic. It's another example of how the Red Sox have so many different ways to beat you. They've done it with really a combination of things in this inning: power, speed, base running.
I mean, this kind of inning, and you're the opposing team watching this happen, it's kind of scary, really. You know, how the Red Sox could get it done. It's just everything: power, speed, you name it.
3-1 on Betts.
Again, trying to keep that slider away from Mookie Betts.
Benintendi has reached base in the inning and stolen the pitcher blind. (3-1). Line shot, base hit left field. Bradley to third, slamming on the brakes. The throw coming in. Second hit of the inning for Mookie Betts, and on it goes. First and third.
That's the only mistake the Red Sox have made this inning. Mookie hit that ball too hard, couldn't bring a run home. One hop to Gardner playing fairly shallow, and he gets it in very quickly. That's going to hold Bradley at third base.
Yeah, line drive, 3-1 fastball all over it. Gardner doesn't make a very good throw. Probably could have sent him, but that's hindsight.
So put that in the bad column for Mookie Betts. Base hit in the bad column.
He's 2 for 2 in the inning.
They hit it too hard and right at somebody.
It's the 7th Red Sox hit in the 4th inning. Brings up Benintendi. Red Sox really trying to pour it on. In there for a called strike.
He's supposed to run again, Jerry?
I wouldn't be surprised. Why not? If they throw through, you might get another run with a double steal. Right now the catcher giving the signs on what he's going to do if they do run. If they're not going to throw through, they don't want those middle infielders moving.
They're not going to throw through. You can run.
It's almost a gimme, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Going to hold here, and it's fouled away. 0-2.
Oh, the Gregorius is right there, though. He's playing behind the bag as playing Benintendi up the middle.
I would go now with 2 strikes. You know, that way, if for some reason he's thrown out, you got Benintendi hitting in front of Pearce the next inning.
Who has 2 homers. There goes Betts. And there's a shot fair inside the line.
That's sick.
Another run is in to score. Mookie Betts to third, looking over his shoulder. It's an RBI single for Benintendi, and the Red Sox hit double figures.
Oh, Benintendi takes this ball out of the glove right down the line. Emergency piece, 0-2, perfect. The ball looked like a chalk ball. Look at this thing. Boom, right down the line. No, had more than enough. Look at that ball slicing. Holds him to a single. Another run scored. 10 runs for the Red Sox.
Now, the Yankees have known this feeling before of Boone coming out over and over, taking the baseball away against the Red Sox, because the Sox got 9 against them in a single inning on April 10th. Sessa has to come in. Another pitching change for Boone. It's been some inning, and 8.
Yeah, this is happiness galore up and down that lineup.
Yep.
It just is.
Yeah, everybody taking part. You know, everybody doing something, whether it be steal a base, getting a base hit, hitting a home run.
Talk about a crooked number.
Goodness gracious.
Beautiful.
Yeah, those are the kind you want. Those are the kind of crooked numbers you want to put up there. 8s, 9s.
Whoa.
And Pearce has been in the middle of it with 2 home runs tonight. Solo shot in the 3rd inning and a 3-run homer in this prodigious 4th, where the Red Sox have come from behind. They were down 4-0 after an inning and a half tonight against CC Sabathia. Single runs in the 2nd and 3rd, and now an 8 spot in the 4th.
Sessa's got to come into this game to just eat up some innings.
Time for the carrying the freight moment, brought to you by Old Dominion.
Well, 2 Pearce home runs in the ball game, and they both come on breaking balls. The first one from CC Sabathia as he takes it out of the ballpark for a solo shot. The second one coming off Holder, also a breaking ball, and a no-doubter that time. Went over everything. So Pearce now with 7 home runs on the season. Already got a 4 RBI night going.
And a chance for more. Old Dominion, the official freight carrier, Major League Baseball. and the Red Sox. So because of this onslaught by the Red Sox, this drubbing by Boston, Sessa has to come into the ball game. They were hoping to hold him to start on Saturday against Eovaldi. That's not going to happen.
Well, they would have cleaned out their bullpen if they would have kept this game close, but because that 8 spot, you're looking at Sessa not pitching on Saturday and eating up some innings.
And here's Mr. Pearce again as it skips up there for ball 1. This guy has proven to be an absolute steal. For the year, hitting .315 with 7 home runs. Mookie Betts at third and Benintendi at first.
You know, the first time he did this, Pearce, was with Baltimore a few years back, several years back, where he just sort of quietly took the league by storm. I thought he's doing it again.
If I'm Benintendi, I'm saying, why not me? Already got one.
Red Sox have been batting for the length of a sitcom episode. Here's the 1-0. And a ground ball rattled to Gregorius. That'll retire the side. But that was an amazing half hour at the plate for the Boston Red Sox. That's how it started, that magnificent slide. And the Red Sox ran wild and piled up 8 runs to lead it 10-4. By Amica, auto, home, and life insurance that always puts you first. Jerry Remy, Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien with you. Jackie Bradley taking a walk. That's how it began. The Red Sox looked up a half hour later. They had 8 runs on the board in the 4th inning alone, and now lead the Yankees 10-4. For Brian Johnson, it's like, what, a 35-minute rain delay and you're back out there.
Well, the pitch of the century was the strikeout to Stanton last inning, if you think about it. Jerry was calling it like, oh my God, if he goes bridge here, serious trouble. Meanwhile, they drop an 8 spot on him.
So the opportunity for the left-hander to pick up a victory. He's got a 6-run advantage. Gregorius leading off. He's belted a 3-run homer and struck out tonight. Torres on deck. He is up to 90 pitches. Seems like forever ago that Didi Gregorius was in the batter's box hitting a 3-run homer in the first inning. He lifts this one, pops it up, foul off first base, but that'll drift out of play. Porcello against Severino tomorrow night at 7:10. Nathan Eovaldi, the former Yankee, to go on Saturday afternoon. Right now, I don't think the Yankees even know who they're going to roll out there. For Gregorius, his 19th home run. They've hit 2 of them in the game. Hicks has 1 of them. Red Sox came roaring back from 4-0 down. Here's the 2-2. High fly ball down the right field line, headed toward the pesky pole, and that ball is gone. A home run by Gregorius, his 2nd of the night, to make it 10-5.
That home run was absolutely impressive. Off a left-handed pitcher. The second one off of Johnson. He hadn't given one up to a left-hander all year long.
Yeah, was that a fastball again? It certainly was, and almost in the same spot, middle in. And Gregorius loves that pitch, especially from a left-handed pitcher. So second time he's got him on the fastball.
Red Sox bullpen beginning to move around.
Well, you know, half an hour in between pitches.
You love it they put the runs up there, but you're sitting around a long time, right?
Oh, totally, but you still love it.
Yeah. You're not going to give them any back to get you out there quicker.
Another run in here in the 5th inning for New York. Did he get fooled enough? He did. He swung the bat. Down he goes. Torres strikes out for the 2nd time. And 1 man gone.
Is your organization looking for a great way to raise funds while you're also raising funds for your own 501c3? The new Red Sox fundraising program is available for select games with the ability to raise up to $10 per ticket. Call Group Sales at 617-226-6835 or email them at groupsales@redsox.com. How about that?
Well done.
That was pretty clean.
Whew.
That was a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff crammed in there.
I know the guy's ready to hit.
And Duhar, that man, he has popped up and lined out 0 for 2. Now the 9 strikeouts for Johnson is a career high. Nobody warming up yet in the Red Sox bullpen. 1 out in the 5th. Trying to make it through 5. And a 1-2.
There you go.
And that's in there. Struck out another one. He punches out Andujar for number 10.
Number 10 is a pair of shoes. How about that? I mean, 4 2/3 inning, as he is every which way you could punch guys out. He throws a ball, that ball inside corner.
It almost seems like when, you know, when he throws a fastball by somebody for a third strike, it's like they're looking for the breaking ball.
Oh yeah.
Nothing to complain about there. I'm sorry.
Greg Bird 1 for 2, a base hit, and he's also struck out. Stay tuned after the 3rd out of this half inning for the mid-5th studio show with Mark and Casey.
I mean, it's just like no big deal. 10 punch outs in 4 2/3. I mean, it's crazy.
Working quickly. Hard hit foul.
You can't get any quicker than he was that last pitch, was it?
Like Mark Burley.
Trying to pin down 5 to get in line for the victory. A 5-run Red Sox lead. Swing and a miss. Swing struck out 3 in a row after the home run. Red Sox in front 10-5. Time now to check in with Mark and Casey for the mid-5th studio show. After the first 3.5 innings, and you missed what happened. Oh, we apologize, but 104 pitches for Johnson, 65 strikes. And the Red Sox have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen. That'll be Brandon Workman getting going. Our polos, by the way, designed by Joseph Abboud, made in America using only the finest Italian fabrics. Available at Men's Warehouse. Text NESN 1 to 66960 and receive $100 off your next Joseph Abboud custom suit purchase at Men's Warehouse. Data rates may apply. Martinez aiming for that alley again. It's going to keep on rolling up against the 379 mark. And he has his second double tonight.
Well, you think it was AstroTurf, a base hit up the middle and goes all the way to the wall. He gets a fastball down out over the plate and smokes it.
Yeah, he can hit some absolute bullets to that part of the ballpark on a line. So the Red Sox trying to put together another good inning. Put some more points on the board.
Well, very good night for Kinsler, the newest Red Sox hitter. He has a couple of hits, an RBI, a stolen base. He has scored 2 runs. And he rips that one down the line. Foul quickly into the stands and then out. His last 14 games, he's hitting over 400. He's not had a great offensive year. And of course, with the Angels before coming into trade here to the Red Sox, but looks like he's heating up at a perfect time for Boston. That skips away from Romine to the backstop. The runner will advance. Martinez will trot to third.
Looks like Romine got trapped trying to catch that ball instead of blocking it. And allowing Martinez to get to third base. Watch the bounce and watch him try to backhand that ball. And he lifts the glove up too quickly, gets him off the shin guard and deflects back to the backstop.
You know, I feel for catchers. The guy's throwing a fastball. You don't expect it to be 58 feet.
Infield's going to come in. And the 1-1, he had a notion, but he stayed off. But Kinsler does have World Series experience. In fact, with Texas, he appeared in 2 of them. In 2010, 2011, came within an out of winning one with the Rangers against St. Louis.
3 men on the left side, as you can see by our circles, blue and red circles.
2-2. Red Sox are trying to get to 6.5 games up on the Yankees. They had a larger lead this season over New York when the Yankees were in 3rd place. But they have not had a larger lead inside the division this year than 6 games. You know Alex Cora has to love the way his ball club has looked offensively tonight.
You know Alex Cora's got to love everything about his ball club with 75 wins on the season. But yeah, this is his kind of baseball.
Looper down the line. That's going to find a home. That drops in there. Another run will score. Martinez in, and it's another hit for Kinsler. He'll slide in with a double. Red Sox on top 11-5, so they get that run right back.
Yeah, 3-hit night for Kinsler, 2 RBIs. It just kind of reaches out and drops this ball into left field for the base hit. There's another spinner right there, and actually a little late movement on it, and Kinsler does a pretty good job to get down to it. The backside wasn't quite there, but the barrel of the bat was, and he's able to drop it in for the base hit. Martinez scores. Red Sox get a run back.
Nunez is 2 for 3. Going after the first pitch, will pop it up. And Torres in short right field to make the catch. See, I think this kind of style is what he loves. When you're, as you said, putting on the pressure. Not that you can do that every single night.
Right.
You try. Ideally, you want to.
Right. Sometimes the matchup's not there to do that.
But certainly tonight, his team has taken advantage of. And if you talk to Alex for any length of time, you know that aggressive, that uber aggressive style is what he loves. And the Red Sox are doing that.
I mean, if you're scouting this game, right, you're saying this is like frightening to see what the Red Sox can do. I mean, they could do everything. I mean, you don't want to get carried away. This year has just been ridiculous.
Swihart with a pop up, and Duhar in foul territory. So 2 gone. For every Red Sox hit in July, Echo Store Technologies donated $50 to the Massachusetts Down Syndrome Congress. And with this, Echo Store has decided to go above and beyond by making a total donation of $13,500. Echo Store Technologies, your data center solutions provider. Here's Brock Holt. He's walked, flied out, lined out tonight, 0 for 2. Kinsler, the runner at second. Red Sox ahead 11-5 over the Yankees. Sox knocking out Sabathia after 3 innings. That hits the corner.
You can't help but think, Jerry, get Sabathia out of this game, and then all of a sudden they drop an 8 spot. I mean, that's like, I mean, I was thinking there's no way he goes back out there for the 4th.
Yeah.
And boy, do you have second thoughts, huh? I mean,
yeah, you do. I mean, I'm sure Sabathia's having second thoughts.
Kinsler heads on back to second.
And that kid Holder, I mean, he'll never have an inning like that in his life.
Now he's got to let that just, you know,
forget about it.
Just go. Just get out of my mind, right? Right immediately.
Holder allowed 7 earned runs.
He didn't get anybody out.
Did not. 1-2. Chopper towards short. Gregorius with a lengthy throw. He's got a pretty darn good arm and gets him. But the Red Sox keep on scoring. Now on top 11-5. To give $1 to benefit the Jimmy Fund at participating Valvoline Instant Oil Change stores. Receive kids and family scratch cards with a guaranteed prize. All proceeds benefit the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute at the Jimmy Fund. 6th inning coming your way. Red Sox with an 11-5 advantage here on the Yankees. Brandon Workman to make an appearance now, just recalled from the minor leagues. So Brian Johnson can win it. He struck out 11 in 5 innings. Gave up 5 runs on 6 hits. 0-2 hopper, sharply hit, but Brock Holt there, one fast out.
Tonight after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, get the latest on Patriots training camp. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
Romine's gone 1 for 2 with a double. Yankees grabbed the early lead in this one, but the Red Sox scored 8 times in the 4th inning. Sandy Leon now in at catcher. So Blake Swihart steps aside. Man, the 0-1.
Good hook by Workman right there.
He's got a good hook. He's got nice little cutter. Velocity isn't what it was a few years ago, but he's had a nice year for the Red Sox.
Two-strike pitch. Made quick work of him.
That's that cutter you were talking about right there, Rick. Get ahead, throw it off the plate.
Well, that's 12 punch outs for the Yankees just to stay in shape today.
To bring up Gardner, who's been a part of that, he's struck out twice. Both of those at the hand of Brian Johnson. With Hicks on deck. Right through there at 93. Red Sox own the major league's highest winning percentage at home. They're 38-15 at Fenway, winning 14 of the last 17 at Fenway Park.
Well, that's a nice feeling to be playing well at home, because if you're not, it's not a pleasant feeling to be at home. As a matter of fact, if you're not playing well, period, you don't want to come home to Fenway Park.
You talked about that back in the day.
Oh, man.
Very mindful of how the club was going to be treated when you got back after a bad road trip.
No, it was not pleasant. You know, it was, you know, you were playing on the road. You had a bad road trip, and you really didn't want to get back here, because, you know, they kind of were just sitting there waiting for you. And they would sit there. They'd just sit there on their hands until something happened. And if it was good, they'd clap a little bit. If it was bad, they'd really let you have it, you know. But it was, I don't know how I felt about that, but sometimes I was a little intimidated about coming back here now after a bad road trip.
I mean, I don't think anybody ever booed me here.
You never got booed here.
You kidding me?
Everybody got booed here.
As soon as I opened the gate, they started booing me. If you stay here long enough, it's inevitable.
And they can get really creative too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very creative. There are a couple of places around baseball that have a reputation. Fans can get really creative on a charge. Pearce, the underhand toss, and Workman will get there, and he completes a very quick 1-2-3 inning. Make sure you check out Dunkin's new brown sugar cold brew. All the boldness you expect from cold brew coffee, sweetly balanced with brown sugar. Price and participation may vary. It's a limited time offer. Red Sox coming up here in the bottom of the 6th inning with an 11-5 lead on the Yankees here in game 1 of the 4-game series. Dennis Eckersley, Jerry Remy, Dave O'Brien, also Garrett Austin here tonight. And Jackie Bradley's had a big night with a walk and a daring run that he scored in the 4th inning. Really lit the fire on that comeback, but the Red Sox would go on to score 8 times in the inning. In the same frame, he doubled in a run and scored 2 times. Mookie Betts on deck. Red Sox have out-hit the Yankees 13-6. Steve Pearce with a pair of home runs, and he's driven in 4. And leaving the count 2-2. Jackie Bradley with a 6-game hit streak now after that double. And he'll swing and miss. Down to go, strike 3. Our refreshing finish brought to you by Coors Light, that base running play.
Well, he looked like a dead duck on this play. You see him at third base, nobody out, ground ball back to the pitcher. He threw it, the play by Andujar, he didn't have an angle on it, but the play by Jackie, look at the dive. That is so athletic. And this was just the beginning of an absolute thrashing by the Red Sox in that inning.
Another good night for Mookie Betts.
Yeah, I watched that again and over again, and I can't believe he was safe on that play. I really can't. I mean, not that I don't think the umpire made the right call, I do, but he was out by 7 feet. It was just a little bit of a bad throw to home plate that gave him just enough home plate to cover with his hand to score the run.
But it really wasn't a horrible throw with the angle he had. It was tough.
Liner and a base hit to left, and the 3rd hit tonight for Mookie. He's already been a base 5 times.
Well, I've been kind of waiting for Mookie to break out. He's broke out tonight. 2 walks, double, 2 singles. Right on target with that swing. Line shot out of a Mookie Betts base hit to left field. If it's not going out of the ballpark, it's right there.
Now Benintendi coming up, trying to oblige. 14 home runs for him. I think you're right about Mookie Betts too. He had been 4 for 24 on the homestand before tonight, but he got a couple of days off. Alex Cora gave him Tuesday night off, so he had back-to-back days. Looks like he came back refreshed.
A lot of hard outs in that, that little spell for him. You get exit velocity. You can find out right away, is the guy really in a slump or just bad luck? We said that about Jackie Bradley too for the longest time, if you recall.
And that's one of the reasons they stayed with Bradley.
Right.
Yeah, because he was hitting it so hard.
Yeah.
Making outs, but he was hitting it on the screws. 2 strikes and Benintendi.
Back in the day, Jerry, they'd never know you're hitting it hard. It's like, hang with him, pal.
Yeah, way to swing the bat. Yeah, you hang with him.
Didn't you see?
Fly ball, well struck toward the wall. Gardner back, looking back. It's off the green. Mookie Betts rounding. Here's the throw. It's going to be cut, and another run scores. The Red Sox keep adding on and adding on. Benintendi off the wall to make it 12-5.
And great read at first base by Mookie Betts. I mean, it's his ballpark. He knows where the left field wall is. He knows it's not going to be caught. It's going to be off the wall. Take off and run. Score from first base. No problem. There's Benintendi again. He's starting to love this left field wall here at Fenway Park, and that is a great sign. There's Mookie all the way. No contest at all.
And the happiness continues. Huh? Everybody is just having a gay old time.
It's a happy night.
I'm telling you.
28 double for Benintendi. Nobody having more fun than this man. Steve Pearce with a home run in the 3rd inning, solo shot, 3-run homer in the 4th inning. In front of a packed house at Fenway Park in Game 1.
What a way to open up this series. You're down 4-0, and then you do this to them.
Oh, he was going for another one.
I'm looking down my lineup card, Egg, and I see Brock Holt's the only guy in the lineup that doesn't have a hit. He's got a walk, but he's going to become happy before the game's over.
He's hugging everybody anyway, right?
Yeah.
He's jumping around.
Benintendi aboard with 1 down. The 0-2. Runner will hold. If you're Steve Pearce and you look up at the American League East standings and you see, well, there's the club I came from, Toronto, 26 games back. And here the Red Sox are 5.5 in front and trying to make it 6.5 tonight. There's another one.
No.
High deep drive, left field to the monster seats. That's off the light standard for his 3rd home run of the game.
Have a night.
Have a week. Goodness gracious.
Throw him another slider.
Steve Pearce tonight in Boston is the man. The first time in his career he's hit 3 in a game. And somebody tossed a hat down to the on-deck area for the hat trick.
Oh my goodness. A solo, a 2-run shot, and a 3-run Johnson, and that's the, I guess that's the hat trick.
Every one on spinners. Every single one on spinners.
Martinez lifts a deep drive. Hicks is back, leaping up, and he makes the play. Red Sox very nearly went back-to-back. Martinez with a pair of doubles tonight.
I mean, they have been wearing out sliders, cutters, sliders. I mean, they're just incredible.
14-5.
Man, here's the Pearce home run again, and again it's a breaking ball. Again, it's no question about this one. I mean, this is quite, oh my goodness, look at the location of that hanger.
Oh,
that's got home run written all over it.
Kinsler to center field. It says that one measured, and that will retire the side. Steve Pearce having some night at Fenway Park with 3 home runs. 14-5. Red Sox drubbing the Yankees. Honoring the 13 champions. Game number 110. The Red Sox would beat Seattle 8-7. Red Sox were trailing 7-2 entering the bottom of the 9th inning, but they scored 6 times and won in a dramatic comeback. Well, the Red Sox have done that tonight. Steve Pearce has had himself a great night with 3 home runs, 6 RBI. Red Sox are beating up on New York 14-5, but the Yankees had a 4-0 lead with Sabathia pitching. A guy with a history against the Red Sox, but tonight Red Sox have turned that totally around. They scored 8 times in the 4th inning, and they are running away from Aaron Boone's team.
I don't blame Aaron Boone for taking out CC Sabathia. I do not. You know, I thought that I was thinking the same way with him. This is not going well. You know, it was disappearing, and you saw the way that CC was walking guys. You know, he had to get him out of there. But Holder had such a good year for them. He just had the ugliest inning you can possibly have as a big league pitcher.
Do you think CC would say, because I agree with you, but do you think CC will say the same thing?
I don't know.
Certainly he'll be asked about it later. And you're right about Holder. He'd been pitching great for Aaron Boone and the Yankees. Gave up 7 earned runs. CC was up to 77 pitches and was walking a lot of guys.
Yeah, he can't really he can't really bark about that. I mean,
no, nowhere near his best stuff, but you know, the mind of a starting pitcher is, okay, I don't have my best stuff, but maybe I get it this inning. Maybe I can hold on to a few more innings, you know. But
as a manager, you got to make a call on that. I wasn't playing that.
He had a 4-2 lead at the time.
Yeah.
$14-5. Red Sox season high in runs is 15. Stanton on deck. Yankees, here's the oddity. The Yankees have hit 3 home runs tonight, and they're the team getting knocked all over the place. 3-2. Line drive. Oh, play by Kinsler. A diving effort to snag it.
All right, we've seen everything now. We've seen speed, we've seen power, we've seen doubles, we've seen stolen bases, and now we see robbery in the infield, taking a base hit away. Very stable at second base, not much movement to his right or left, pretty much straight up, and then goes to the backhand to take a base hit away. We've seen everything tonight.
He is a superb defender. Gold Glove winner. He's been a Gold Glove finalist a couple of other times.
He had that all sized up. That ball was struck. You know, I'll tell you. Little read step, and you're not going to get to that ball.
Stanton's gone 1 for 3 with a single. He's also struck out twice. Brian Johnson, the starter tonight for the Sox, struck out a career best 11 over 5 innings.
He hasn't struck out 11 guys in Little League in 5 innings. Seriously, I mean that's incredible. He's not a strikeout guy.
That was more than he had struck out his last 2 starts combined.
Seriously, this is unheard of, this strikeout stuff.
1-2 on the way. We mentioned Sandy Leon in the game doing the catching. Blake Swihart was removed from the game due to a tight right hamstring. And his day-to-day. Two-2 to Stanton.
It's not a bad pitch right there.
Could have rung him up.
Yep.
Cutter, slider, upstairs, maybe a top of the strike zone. Seen worse.
Payoff pitch. Here's a high deep drive. Forget about this one. He lays into it and knocks it totally out of Fenway Park. That'll be the 25th for Stanton, and the Yankees' 4th home run in the game.
Hey, that's cool. I mean, you're going to hit a home run. I don't care how far you hit it in a game like this. It's 1 run. But boy, that was far.
Does not hit any cheapies.
This ball is crushed.
Yeah, he got the cutter right there. Boy, did he ever lay the barrel of the bat on that. And you know, this is a guy, you know, we talk about launch angle in the game today. He doesn't have a launch angle. He doesn't have that kind of swing. His swing is more down to the ball and then lift.
Man, that's Bridge when Bridge was Bridge right there.
Boy, that was over the bridge.
Yeah, that is over the bridge.
But as you say, counts for 1, 14-6. Gregorius slaps that one to first base. Pearce will take it on the underhand. 2 down.
Get expert emergency care without leaving the ballpark at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center First Aid Station at Fenway, located behind Section 12 on the lower concourse. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit bidmc.org.
Here's Gleyber Torres. He has struck out twice and taken a walk in this one. Bases empty, 2 down and a run in. Torres failed to cover first base against the Orioles yesterday on a bunt play, and he also failed to cover at second base in the same game on a play that would have ended the inning.
You wonder where the Yankees would be without these 2 young kids.
Yeah, right. Same game, he hit 2 home runs, but he also said, I'm human, I make errors. Today's a bad day and it won't happen anymore. Up the middle, Brock Holt.
Oh my!
I should say Kinsler with it. Oh my God! How did he make that play? Kinsler up the middle to snag it and fire, and look at the look on Pearce's face.
That is ridiculous.
Goodness. Well, he made a couple of brilliant plays in the inning.
This is a big league play without a doubt. And Gold Glove piece.
Workman loving it.
Don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC will be joined by Red Sox chairman Tom Werner live on Jersey Street.
Well, Red Sox with a 14-6 lead as we bring you the bottom half of the 7th inning. And Eduardo Nunez to lead things off tonight. He has a pair of hits, single and a double. Sox pounded out 16 hits in the game. Steve Pearce with a night of nights with 3 home runs. And the Red Sox adding, along with the base stealing and the base running, some superb defense.
You can't have a better inning defensively than Kinsler had right there.
That ball, to me, when I saw it hit, you know, had center field written all over it. And it looked like the ball was going to get by him. And then he just reaches out with the glove, makes the catch, and makes a beautiful throw to first base.
Bounding ball toward the hole. Torres will spin, fire, and get him. Back to that play by Kinsler.
I mean, to me, this is center field without doubt. And look where he is. He's on the shortstop side. Gets rid of the ball very quickly with an overhand throw and throws a strike to first base to Pearce. Pearce has to stretch a little bit, keeps contact with the bag. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
It's not that close.
No, not close at all.
Pearce did a heck of a job there.
That's the easy part.
Yeah, right.
Find that first base bag, please.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Right. Sandy Leon popping one up, his first at bat tonight. That'll be out number 2. We check out the events coming up at Foxwoods Resort Casino Saturday. 3 legendary rock bands: the Cult, Bush, Stone Temple Pilots. Sunday, Boy George and Culture Club. August 22nd through September 2nd, Cirque Eloise Hotel. Here's Brock Holt now on the night, 0 for 3 with a walk. Red Sox without Xander Bogaerts tonight. Hit the other night on the hand, same hand that he injured last year. Although Alex Cora said probably available to hit. Red Sox will not need him at this pace. 1, 2, 3 they go, 14-6. By Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Rodenheiser Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electric. Exciting games, tasty dining, great live shows. Enjoy it all at Plainridge Park Casino. And by Old Dominion, the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Red Sox are loving life tonight here at Fenway Park. 14-6 on the Yankees in Game 1 of the 4-game series. Joe Kelly will come on to pitch. And he'll get 5, 6, and 7 in the Yankee batting order here in the 8th inning. Maybe the most fun the Red Sox have had at Fenway all season long, but they've had a lot of fun here. Andujar has Gone 0 for 3 in this one as he'll knock that one foul, hitting .292, 13 home runs. And Duhar hit 12 home runs before the All-Star break. Fifth Yankee rookie with at least 10 before the break. Although Aaron Judge had 30 before the All-Star break last year. He has given him a big lift.
Joe Kelly out there trying to get his confidence back. He's had 3 appearances in a row. He's thrown well.
Looking to fan the first man he takes on tonight. Instead of liner to left, Benintendi closing. He's got it. One away.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings live right after the game. TC, Jim, and Steve will break down the game, and you'll hear from Brian Johnson and Alex Cora. But WB Mason celebrating over 20 years of same-day delivery. I think you'll hear from more people than that, too.
Yeah. Because everybody got in on it. Red Sox with 16 hits. Birds 1 for 3. Bloops that one to left. Benintendi romping in, runs it down. 2 gone.
Yeah, CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives and move on one step closer to a tobacco-free generation. Learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first.
Bases empty, 2 gone for Void, who's 0 for 3. His numbers with St. Louis. Didn't spend a lot of time with the Cardinals. Right hand hitting first baseman. He'll take a ball.
I'm telling you, he looks like Dante Pritchett. He does.
Yeah, he does a little bit. Yeah, you're right. Body wise.
Yeah, and the way he gets in there now, like, you know, he airs it out too now.
Facially.
Just the way he goes, gets set. See him, his hands real low like that.
.98 for a strike.
That's a nice little 98 right there. Outside part of the plate.
Shows scoreless 6th inning on Tuesday. As Eck mentioned, 3 consecutive scoreless outings. Trying to get back to that early season form. Two out in the 8th. Hammered, but Mookie Betts comes on to make the play. 3 up, 3 down. Red Sox up 14-6 on the Yankees. Donuts order using the on-the-go mobile ordering on the Dunkin' app. Place your order right now and then just click I'm ready to pick up in the morning. America runs on Dunkin'. Red Sox ran wild in the 4th inning. That was one of the more impressive innings all season long, and it started with Jackie Bradley effectively stealing home. Didn't get a stolen base, but he totally dazzled them. Into right field. Torres will flip onto the pitch.
Whoa.
That's close. That's well done by the Yankees to get the out. Sessa covering, and Bradley is retired. Jackie tonight a walk, a run. That was a huge play in the 4th inning. He also doubled in a run in that inning. Tune in to NESN August 21st and 22nd for coverage of the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon presented by Arbella Insurance Foundation. Arbella here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. So the batter will be Mookie Betts, trying to keep a perfect night going. 2 walks, 3 hits. As an RBI, scored twice. Now hitting .344. Up the middle, there's another base hit. Into left center field. Phil Cuzzi went running for his life, the umpire.
Tomorrow at 6:30, Don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC, Jim, and Steve will preview tomorrow's matchup between Luis Severino and Rick Porcello. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Don't you think this is one of the more important things that's happening in this game, of many important things?
Yeah, you know, you were talking about it before the game, how it's been a little bit down for Mookie recently, and he's picked it back up tonight. And once he picks it up, he can go for a while.
On base 6 times, 4 for 4. Nobody's had a bigger night than Steve Pearce, but Andrew Benintendi has been in the thick of it too. 2 for 5, 3 RBI, 2 runs. Pearce with 3 home runs tonight for the first time in his career. And continues to reveal that trade as an absolute steal to bring him to the Red Sox from Toronto. From Dave Dombrowski. Here's the 1-1. Now, I've never seen anybody hit 4 home runs in a major league game.
I have not.
Jerry?
No, I don't believe I have. No.
JD Martinez did it last year with Arizona. Line drive in the left field. They'll settle down for a base hit. Been a hit parade for the Red Sox. Mookie Betts to second. And that man is coming up to bat again.
And he should get a great ovation.
From the stage where you were drowning in the nosebleed.
Steve with a solo home run in the 3rd, a 3-run homer in that 4th inning, a 2-run blast in the 6th inning. Fans who become part of the Franklin family just like Steve Pearce, log on to franklinsports.com. Design your own custom batting gloves. Join the fam. Franklin Sports, proud to be the official batting glove of the Boston Red Sox in Major League Baseball. Tono.
You're not trying to get a base hit, are you, Jerry?
I'm trying to go, well, not me, not me personally, but
him.
He's trying to go deep. Try to get another one of those breaking balls, right?
Yeah, he's trying to hook something.
Yeah, and then just stand away, stand away. Give him the green light.
Crowd's booing. Booing Sessa and the Yankees. One out, 2 on. And that'll be a strike.
I'm glad it was a strike. Now maybe he might get something a little better that he can pull.
Mookie Betts at second, Andrew Benintendi at first. 3-1 now. And he walks him, and that's going to load the bases. But he is on board for the 4th time. And here comes Aaron Boone. He's pointing to his bullpen. Ace Ticket, Red Sox fans' trusted source for tickets to all games and concerts at Fenway. The prices and service are better than you can imagine. Go to aceticket.com right now. And a new reliever, Zach Britton, just acquired from the Orioles, will enter with the bases loaded. Red Sox already leading 14-6. Britton, who was recently booed at Yankee Stadium. Didn't take long. But went right, certainly one of the premier relievers in the game. Acquired on July 26th. Well, let's go back to that 4th inning, which was really one of the most incredible innings, maybe number 1 on the list.
You know, a quiet little walk down and away. Holder, who's had a great year for the Yankees, real quiet walk, but then you see later on, ground ball right back to the pitcher, and this play by Jackie, the dive. What a play, such athletic. And then here's the stolen base parade all inning long. And then Pearce, this is one of his 3 home runs, another hanging breaking ball. He hits it out of sight. And after all of that, all those runs scored that inning, Jackie started it and ends it up with a double off the wall. An RBI scoring Nunez. What an inning by the Red Sox.
Pearce, 3 home runs, 6 RBI, just took ball 4 to fill up the bases. As Boone goes to Britton, who made his 18th appearance of the season, second with the Yankees in Saturday's Game 2 against Kansas City. He had been injured to start the year with Baltimore and finally got out of there. But he inherits a bases loaded situation here, and one of the great hitters in the game coming up in JD Martinez, and he already has 2 doubles tonight, and he's flied out to the warning track in center.
Well, he knows what he's going to get, that hard bowling ball, 96-mile-an-hour sinker.
So it's Betts, Benintendi, and Pearce filling them up with 1 out.
That's the key to Britton. I mean, you got to swing and strikes against him. That ball moves all over the place.
That's what scared me about Britton, talking about getting him. His command. I don't think he's the same guy that he was when he was the man a couple of years ago.
He's the guy that Buck Showalter famously left in the bullpen in a playoff game. Never got to him.
That's still a head scratcher.
He had Jimenez on the mound, remember?
I do.
He lost with Jimenez.
Can't be allowed to happen. A man at every base with 1 away for JD Martinez. Bounding ball. Bird will have that. Now he's going to go to first base. Now no play as the run comes in to score. He looked completely flummoxed. Mookie Betts comes scampering home. It's been that kind of a night for the Yankees and a great night for the Red Sox, who lead it 15-6.
Well, that's kind of put the Yankees night in a nutshell right here. I mean, look at Britton. He's very slow getting over to first base. The first baseman looks, he expects to see the pitcher there covering. He's not even close. He can't go to second base. He got no out there. So now he looks for a secondary out. No out there because the pitcher did not cover. Or he covered, but way too late.
So it's a base hit and an RBI for JD Martinez, who hit a ground ball to first. And he will pick up his 90th RBI. They are reloaded for Kinsler. He's had a great night.
You know, left-handers have a tough time getting over to first base anyway. They got to go as fast as they can, let alone hang around a little while.
Yeah, they're falling off to the third base side, so they got a couple of extra steps to go.
Red Sox have tied their season high with 15 runs. Did that against Kansas City. Kinsler with 3 hits, a couple of great defensive plays. And a lefty with a 1-1. Hard hit and right into a double play to retire the side, but the Red Sox grab another to tie their season high now 15-6 through 8.
Hey guys, this week on Dining Playbook, Jenny and I are going to be hanging out watching the golfers at Granite Links, but enjoying the food.
And their newly expanded pergola patio, which is pretty cool. We're going to be going to Tuscan Kitchen, one of the greatest Italian spots that is fairly new to Boston.
In the Seaport District,
and we're going to be cooking with Whole Foods.
Right in their culinary kitchen.
That we are. That's Dining Playbook Saturday mornings at 9, Sunday nights at 9, right here on Nesson.
What a show.
Driven by your New England Chevy dealers.
Know what?
No, what?
I just switched to Geico and got more.
More?
Got a company I can trust.
That's a heck of a lot more.
Over 75 years of great savings and service.
You can't argue with more.
Why would you?
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
It's Jim from Ace Ticket. You know, for years I've been telling you about the great customer service you get at Ace Ticket, but don't listen to what I say. Listen to what our customers say. Well, it feels great when you read something like this, and this is the service that we're proud of. We know Boston. We've been here for 35 years. We go to the games just like you. We're Boston sports fans just like you, and we're here to give you the tickets you want and the service you deserve.
Here's how Old Dominion puts together a winning performance. It takes precision, like how we're #1 in claims prevention. It takes hustle, like our over 99% on-time rate. And it takes consistently going the distance to earn our fans' loyalty. That's why we're #1 in customer satisfaction. Old Dominion, official freight carrier of Major League Baseball.
Shop Jordan's Furniture now and save twice the sales tax on anything you buy. Get up to 60 months no interest with equal payments and no minimum. See Jordans.com for details. Red Sox going to sell out for the 25th time this year and 18 in a row. And man, have they loved it every minute of it here at Fenway Park, particularly that 4th inning where the Red Sox piled up 8 runs. They came from 4-0 down, make it 4-2, and then got 8 in the 4th inning and ran away. Brazier coming on here for the 9th inning to face Austin Romine, Brett Gardner, and Aaron Hicks, the scheduled batters. And popped up down the line, racing for it, Pearce, but it's out of play. Game 2 tomorrow night. Rick Porcello against Severino. Rick will go in 13-4. Severino at 14-4.
Severino getting knocked around the last 4 starts. Unlike him, you know, he was so good. You don't think he's ever going to get hit, and then he gets knocked around like that. It's like something wrong.
You know, the Red Sox have done that to him too.
Yeah, true.
He's got electric stuff.
He really does.
I mean, some of the top stuff in Major League Baseball.
ERA under 3, 2.94. He's one of the candidates for Cy Young. And the 0-2 on the way. So Rick Porcello gets the ball for game 2. Yankees beginning a 7-game road trip tonight. Get the White Sox in Texas also on this trip. That's a cut and a miss. Down he goes. One away. Frazier gets his first man. After the game, stay tuned for Red Sox Final presented by Rodenheiser Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electric. On the pregame show, TC, Jim, and Steve highlighted Blake Swihart on the Rodenheiser Heat Zone as a hot hitter, and Didi Gregorius is cold, but tonight Swihart went 0 for 4, tweaked a hammy. 2 home runs for Gregorius. Again, the Yankees have hit, 4 home runs, but the Red Sox with a big lead, 15-6 in the ninth. Gardner's 0 for 3.
I'll tell you what the Red Sox like is this kid on the mound, Frazier. He's really opened up some eyes. I think they had known that before. They didn't know it was going to happen up here. I think this is a big surprise.
Oh, 2.
He's not afraid, I'll tell you that. He got that fastball 96, 97. He just shows you the change up there. He's got the breaking ball. Looks like he's full of confidence out there.
Trying to fan this man for the 3rd time. Instead, toward the gap. Long run for Mookie Betts. He can't get to it. Up into the triangle. It'll bounce around out there. Gardner flying around second. And he's going to be into third base with a stand-up triple with 1 down. This Yankees Red Sox series presented by Amica. Auto, Home, and Life Insurance always puts you first. Look at the pitching matchup tomorrow.
And you see the numbers. Career versus Boston for Severino, 3-5 with a 4.10 ERA. And as Eck highlighted, recently having his difficulty, so maybe it's a good time to catch him.
I remember Yankee Stadium. Benintendi got him 2 3-run shots a couple of years ago.
Hicks has one of their home runs tonight. He's 0 for 3 or a 1 for 3 with that home run. Has scored a couple of runs and taken ball 4. Stanton on deck. Red Sox have 19 hits tonight. And Frazier trying to put this one into the win column, which would be the 76th of the year for Boston. Trying to make the Red Sox 76-34. And a 6.5 game lead over the Yankees. Which would be the largest division lead the Red Sox have had all season long. Largest lead in the division for the Red Sox since 2013, September of 13. 3-1. They are having a great time here tonight, like everybody else here. That 4th inning, that bottom of the 4th inning was dazzling.
You're not going to see a better inning. You're just not. You're talking about how the baseball has gotten kind of boring. Well, check that inning out, huh?
Yeah, nothing boring about that. That just wasn't home runs. I mean, that was a little bit of everything.
Yeah, the whole game of baseball.
I guess it goes without saying any manager would want the game played that way, but that's the way Alex Cora wants to see his team play. You're not going to score 8 runs every inning, of course, playing that style. You're not going to get the opportunity to play that style all the time, but he had a big smile on his face with the athleticism, the stolen bases, the way the Red Sox ran the bases. So a walk here to Hicks to put him on at 1st and 3rd. The Xfinity game summary. Sabathia went 3 and then got the hook. Johnson went 5 in line for the win. Pearce has had a great night. with 3 home runs, 6 RBI. Kinsler, another terrific night for him, too, 3 for 6 with 2 RBI and a couple of great defensive plays. Runner at first goes, and it's up and in. So now it's second and third. And Sandy Leon would like a word.
Yeah, you know, you got a 15-6 lead. Throw me some strikes. See if they get themselves out.
Stanton has gone 2 for 4, a single and a home run. Totally out of Fenway. Over the monster and gone, his 25th. He was thinking about the same thing.
He was bailing and wailing on that one.
Oh, totally. He's not afraid to punch out either.
142 times. $37,317 at Fenway this evening. Red Sox on the edge of taking the first game of this big 4-game series with the Yankees. This one popped up. Leon ranging over near the netting. Pearce coming in too, and Sandy can't get it. Did not make the catch.
Trying to feel his way over there by the screen. Not an easy play for a catcher.
Yeah, a catcher's not used to that screen, you know, because they're used to going like, you know, 1 or 2 rows back into the stands, and this thing comes up on them in a hurry. And we've seen quite a few balls this year that, you know, maybe could have been caught that have not been caught, and I think that's one of the reasons. They used to go right up against the stands and be able to reach in.
One of my favorite memories as a kid was watching Pudge Fisk dive into those stands.
Yeah, and he was so big, by the time he landed, he was 4 rows back.
Pudge was here tonight, I think. Second and third, 1 down.
How'd you like it when Pudge came out to talk to you?
He took forever, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He take his mask, push his mask up, right?
Right up on top of his helmet, yeah.
Can't hoot on a superstar now. His pants all drawn up, didn't he?
1-2. Gregorius on deck. He's hit a pair of home runs. I mean, if you'd said before the game the Yankees 1, 2, 3 hitters were going to combine to hit 4 home runs.
Man. I mean, it's ball game.
And yet they're getting drubbed by the Sox tonight. The 2-2. That one fouled down the line, and a souvenir. $7:10 the first pitch tomorrow night. Rick Porcello will throw that. Nathan Eovaldi will go on Saturday afternoon at 4:05. And then Sunday night 8:05 David Price. Red Sox closing in on going up by 6.5 games in the division. Three and two.
I'll tell you what, Severino will throw over to first base a lot with guys on first. They're not going to let them run wild like they did that inning.
Going tomorrow night against Rick Porcello.
He's got to be an ace for them.
Three, 2. High fly ball into center field. Jackie Bradley beneath it, makes the catch. Gardner coming on as the throw comes back to the infield, and he will score to make it 15-7. But 2 down. So Stan will pick up the RBI. He has a couple tonight. Hicks the other runner holding at second base. So one more out to get. All the way around, probably the most impressive evening for the Red Sox offense of the season. And so many outstanding individual performances.
Yeah, I'm glad for one thing that I'm not in a studio and I've got to recap that fourth inning, because that's got to be a tough thing to do.
But they could do it because they are stars back there.
They are.
Exactly. We just roll the tape and go with it.
They are stars, and they are moments away, I think.
Man, that's a hard inning to cover.
Up the middle, snagged by Brock Holt in time at first base, and the Red Sox win this one. Going away tonight, and Pearce was just brilliant with 3 home runs. The Red Sox win it by a final of 15-7. TC now up by 6.5 over the New York Yankees.